Yo, what's good? Welcome back to another TikTok compilation. We got another one. Good clips on here. You want to stay tuned for the whole video, so don't skip anything. Alright, got some good clips in here that you want to check out. With all that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, let's go ahead and see what's going on in here, man. See what kind of clips I did get in here.
There is an organization that exists, a group of people that are taking other organizations and they're puppeteering them to fight against each other, and then the media is portraying some kind of essence. So they could do that with anybody. They could take a group of Hawaiian people, another group from Hawaii, and we could be fighting each other, and we could go into an all-out war, and then they can make us pick sides. They can manipulate us like that 100%. There's a government document that says they can control the movement of 90% of Americans just by television alone. It's pretty insane.
Well, sure.
That's why you should never be watching the news. I don't even watch sports. If you watch sports, man, get out of that. Get out of the Coliseum. Stop wasting your time. You're gonna represent your football team and your basketball team like a fanboy. Like, be a fan of yourself. There is an organization.
That's so facts, man. Be a fan of yourself. They got commercials, the new burger, the new all that to distract you. You're supposed to be eating fruit. Go eat you some fruit. Right, forget that new Popeyes 3-piece, man. Forget that new burger that just came out. No, go get you some fruit and you'll be good. Nobody need no new, none of that. No, forget that new movie that just came out. If it ain't nothing that's like gonna spiritually get you, or they got some kind of truth in there, you shouldn't be watching no movie for entertainment. That's not what we here for. Nope. Turn it off. You better go watch Leave the World Behind. At least there's some stuff in there you could take from that. Get out of here, man.
You take water out the tap and put it for a dog or a cat, they will walk around it. Not just so happen chlorine and fluorine is a gas. All gas move to a higher level. And so there's a period when the dog or the cat will come and drink the water. But I would say don't drink the still water unless you're on a fast, because the still water will rob your body of minerals. Don't drink mineral water because mineral water is radioactive. But spring water is the water to drink. You take water out the tap.
Peace, fam, you gotta know if you vibing high or if you vibing low. So high vibrational people carry light energy. High vibrational people are the ones lifting you up, spreading love. A high vibrational person has a growth mindset. They're always evolving. Now, low vibrational people carry that heavy, dense energy.
Yeah.
Low vibrational people are always about that drama, negativity, and holding on to past hurts. Folks, no judgment. It's all about awareness. It's not about being perfect. It's about being present and growing. I say, man, peace, my family of kings and queens. Follow for daily power. Peace, fam. You got.
Because you vibing hard. You ain't got time to be like, the energy too hot, man. You don't feel like going down there and being nasty with that stuff, man. Get out of here. You trying to stay high over here, man. I feel it on it.
Sri Lanka is experiencing a nationwide power outage due to system failure. Y'all remember all those videos about the CMEs that was heading towards Earth? This is the reason why Sri Lanka is experiencing this power outage. The only thing that's keeping Sri Lanka alive right now are the headlights. That's the only thing. So this is what's to come to the world, because all these movies, they're telling you what's happening. This is the blueprint for what the world's gonna look like, because this matrix is over.
Peace, fam. You got.
I told you he was a Florida indigenous chief of the Mississippian culture.
A Mississippian emperor from Florida. We know this information because the Met Museum did an entire article on identifying him. Okay, so let's take a look at the National Park Service, U.S. Department of Interiors. This is the archaeology program. Take a look at the timeline. 5000 BC to 1000 AD. The first mounds in the southeast used mainly to bury the dead were probably constructed around 8000 BC to 1000 BC. Okay, by around 800 AD, a distinct way of life was developing in the lower delta. Okay, check this out. 1000 to 1200 AD, everything is still cracking, untouched. No foreigners are coming in. We're not dealing with anybody outside. We're undisturbed. The whole way of life is still developing, still progressing. Everything is still cracking. Agricultural communities, I mean, storehouses of crops that are being harvested, just totally in a powerful position, totally in a complete position of power, unlike those that are across the water that are coming from Europe, that are in desert lands in Africa. Okay, this is a oasis over here. Check this out, 1200 to 1400 AD. What's happening in 1492 in Spain? Okay, the Moors are losing. But what's happening in the Mississippi? It's still cracking. Bountiful trade, social religious customs, super sophisticated. Okay, we got the mound builder earthworks just taking off. All right, we have a southeastern ceremonial complex, which they call it that because it has a great connection and it's super similar to all of the religions that are going down into Mesoamerica, down into South America. 1400 to 1500 AD, it's still cracking. All right, it doesn't even end until the late 1600s. Satriana, this guy lived in 1562. Do you understand that? This guy lived in 1562. This is another king as well.
I told you he was a Florida indigenous chief.
Yeah, look at this. Look at all these chemtrails. It look like something from out a movie.
They ain't got too much longer, y'all. Nah, just hang in there. It really don't. Stuff is coming to an end. It's getting old. Getting too old.
One starting right there. This is ridiculous. And it's clear skies out today too. Clear skies. Clear as day. Clear as can be. Dummy chemtrails though. Just poison. Crucial. That's insane.
Look at the colors though. It's giving off. Look at the colors though. Crazy.
3-star motel. This what really freaked me out up here by the front door. Not this. See the latches, bro. This what freaked me out. Right by the front door.
Wow.
Now how a bitch supposed to feel safe?
Exactly. How do you supposed to feel safe or not? Someone can just come up.
Prison cell. Only kids are being held out here.
And they brought me into the
ain't no way they got a
and showed me
street
the
in
underground
the
bunker. It was
motel.
basically a giant plastic container with a hole only small enough for a child to crawl in and out of. And it was angled in such a way, and it was buried underground, that a small child that was in there could not have gotten out on their own. Child's vanity and a hospital toilet. That looks like a child's car seat. Strollers and children's toys and clothing and food packets. All right, so with these straps.
But one thing that was really disturbing was there were arm restraints, wrist restraints on 2 trees. Clearly a disturbing and wrongful thing going on. It's inhumane.
3-star motel.
It's inhumane.
This one really freaked.
Okay. They always talking about us, we the criminals. You steal, you're a criminal, you going to jail. Buddy, y'all are the real criminals. Man. How you like y'all? They is so devious too. You gonna put a tunnel in a motel, my boy? Like, what are y'all trying to do? Nah, man, y'all the real criminals, man. Don't try to flip it to script on us. No. Cut it out.
Jesus' life is a process that happens in the body. A sacred fluid is produced in the colostrum in the brain. When the moon enters your zodiac sign, the fluid comes down the spine to your sacrum bone, which is Jesus coming down from heaven to earth. The oil stays in the sacrum bone, which is Jesus dying for 3 days in the cave. If you preserve this oil by having an alkaline diet and saving your you-know-what energy, by activating the kundalini, you raise the oil back to the pineal gland, which electrically charges the phytoluminescent crystals on the pineal gland and turns on 100% of the brain. Unless you are born again, you cannot see the kingdom of God. You are born again by activating 100% of the brain. When you raise the oil up the 33 vertebrae on the back of your spine, which is the 33 years of Christ. Jesus was crucified at Golgotha, which translates to a place in the skull. It's an internal process. This is why every religion has a sacred river, because the river is your spinal cord. It's also the stairway to heaven that Jacob saw in Genesis. Hence why he called the place Peniel, for I have seen God face to face in Genesis 32:30. Peniel is the pineal gland in the center of the brain, the seat of the mind. This is why Moses lifted up the snake in the wilderness in John 3:14. He isn't playing with the snake in the woods, he's raising the kundalini. This is the snake. Jesus dying at 33 is symbolic from turning matter into spirit, turning to your spirit true form. Link is in my bio for the Book of Wisdom. Jesus is
TR3B black manta is reported as having a triangular shape and dark color, typically observed at night, described as large, silent, hovering slowly, and displaying pulsating and colored lights. It is rumored to have been developed from secret research seized from the Nazis after World War II. It is believed that to be capable of high G-turns, undetectable on radar, the TR3B uses an engine system that seems akin to anti-gravity magic, using highly pressurized mercury accelerated by nuclear energy. The plasma created by this process forms an anti-gravity field around the craft. The core of the propulsion system is an electromagnetic coil that interacts with the Higgs boson field at the quantum level. It doesn't utilize traditional turbine or rocket engines, but generates thrust through high-energy plasma. Allegations of the TR-3B's existence have swirled for years, with reports of sightings and even a crash in England in 1994. A series of U.S. patents related to anti-gravity technology describe a triangle-shaped craft using an inertia mass reduction device further fueled speculation. The Belgian UFO wave between late 1989 and 1990 stands as one of the most well-documented and extraordinary events in modern UFO history.
These objects kept coming back to Belgium month after month after month. What most people were seeing was a triangular-shaped craft with a red light in the middle and a bright white light on either of the three corners of the triangle.
The wave reached its climax on March 3, 1990.
Large numbers of people in Belgium and also northwestern Germany saw mystifying objects zipping around the skies.
The Belgian military was forced to engage, scrambling 2 F-16 jets after the objects were picked up on radar.
There's a Belgian captain that was on a patrol, and he sees this massive triangle shape hovering in the sky, and he immediately calls military headquarters. Well, meanwhile, local and civilian radar is picking up these gigantic objects. NATO is too.
The jets observed erratic behaviors,
Something jumping huge distances in the blink of an eye.
extraordinary acceleration, and the ability to drop altitude by 4,000 feet within a second.
That's nearly a mile in just 1 second. Pretty extraordinary.
What happened next was a cat and mouse type chase. The 2 F-16 pilots would get the UFO on their radar. As soon as they did, it would disappear. It happened twice. After an hour-long chase, the UFO was lost over the city of Brussels.
The craft's technical capabilities were unlike anything seen before, displaying an incredible range of speed and maneuverability.
It showed the ability to go at very, very slow speeds, slower than any kind of aircraft stall speed. Shouldn't be able to go that slow. And then to have speeds that were comparable to an F-15, F-16 or faster.
The event led to a formal investigation by the Belgian government. Colonel Dubrow was tasked with managing the Air Force investigation, seeking explanations from other NATO countries, including the U.S., to determine if the objects were experimental aircraft. Many suspected that the TR-3B was the craft seen in the Belgian wave. This craft, costing $3 billion to create, was said to have the ability to cloak itself and manipulate radar. Despite the U.S. government's denial of any knowledge of these triangular objects, thousands of eyewitnesses around the world have reported seeing these black triangles.
The interesting thing about the TR-3B is how similar it looks to the Belgian sighting.
There is rumors has been around since the 1990s.
It's my personal assessment that 95% of what people are reporting are in point of fact our own deep black programs.
The Belgian UFO wave raises critical questions about the nature of these sightings. Are they of extraterrestrial origin, or could they be top-secret U.S. aircraft? TR-3B Black Manta is reported as having a triangular shape.
Look at this, man. If it don't look colorful, it's not us. So that's how I look at it. Because I feel like, yeah, they can definitely fix some UFOs and play on our emotions, you know? For sure. Indeed, they definitely can be doing that. But we just have to use, like us as a people, we have to just use the right discernment to know which is real, for real. That's all we can really do, man. Because they could be faking UFOs Just playing on our emotions. You never know. That's how I feel on that, though.
A Masonic temple. You see that? The Masonic symbol? Are you flipping kidding me? Look at this. Masonic. And gosh darn it. We may not be going much further, but what the heck is this?
Whoa. And it's underground, too.
That is completely obnoxious. Oh, shit. And inside is this deep Masonic.
This is actually kind of creepy, I ain't gonna lie. An underground tunnel and stuff like that.
Air one. I think these are old shoes. I'm not gonna touch them. That's respect thing. See the bones.
What? No, see, stuff like this make me believe in reptiles and stuff. Them underground reptiles, man, that they be talking about. That's, I ain't gonna lie, man. Might be a thing for sure.
What do you mean there is tunnels, roadways, stations, cities and subways built into the mountains? I never knew this, so it can't be true. My local news never mentioned this.
The whole underground in the mountains.
For the Illuminati. This is where they'll ship most of their supplies. Goes all the way to Washington, D.C., huh? Goes all the way to Washington, D.C.
I believe it. Because they gotta hide it from the public anyway, I believe it.
Yeah. How far have you taken this down to, how far have you actually ran a load? Miles? Up to Maine? No shit. How many miles do you think that is? Man, that's unbelievable. Not to mention, I heard there's one that goes all the way to Colorado, right? Unbelievable. What do you think you're hauling? Any idea? Yeah, okay. Yeah. 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 I know there's been a lot of military stuff being hauled around lately, that's for sure, huh? We deliver to them. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. 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 Well, I appreciate it. I heard there's water supply, food supply, everything's in there. Yeah, unbelievable. You don't get no cell phone service. No. Peace, brother. Basically, you got an underground roadway system here that runs all the way to Maine, to Washington, D.C., to Colorado. It's fully stocked. It runs completely underground. And you can see they've been hauling tons of military equipment.
My question is, why are they hoping them? Why are y'all hoping out the elites, man? Let them do it themselves. Nah, bro. Cause like, how y'all gonna try to like run the world and then you using us? Like, you get out there and you do it yourself. That's how I feel, bro. Like, no, Ain't no way. I would have quit my job, man, and exposed them. Expose everything. What he doing, how he doing this right here.
Now the other thing is the railroad
He's doing it
system
right.
here is also very strategic. They're bringing in boxcar loads and they're dump shipping here, and they can really deliver to all these locations. Which these locations go all the way to Area 51. These locations go all the way to Washington, D.C. There's access underneath the White House to this location, okay? So this is a strategic location, which is really the new command center for the Illuminati. Forget the United States government. This is a headquarters for the Illuminati. This is where they'll ship most of their supplies. If they go underground, they can stay underground for quite some time. And this is stocked with food, water, everything they need. It's an underground city. So this is the north entrance, and we're going to go see if we can do some more digging.
What do you mean there's tunnels, roadways, stations, cities, and subways built?
Crazy, man. And it's in the mountains. Dude. Ain't no telling what they got down there for real. If you got a tunnel like that, ain't no telling what you really got down there for real. You probably got more tunnels. No, shut up. But I'm just saying, though, that's crazy, man. And you know, it make you question, like, why do you need that? What's the point? What are you trying to hide? Why are you even underground doing that? You know? It's crazy, man. Good video right there. I'm glad I seen that.
We live in a simulation because life rearranged spells file and it's being recorded by the two eyes. This is the only thing that exists. It's an electromagnetic toroidal field. This field creates all things in nature. The flower of life is a top-down view of this torus field. This spiral of energy creates all things in nature. Your spirit is a spiral of energy. This is why they share the same root word. The torus field is a unit of light and it's 99.9% empty space. Therefore, everything's made out of light. Low vibrational light turns into matter, high vibrational matter turns into light. At the center of every torus field there's a hyperboloid, which is the inhale and then exhale of energy. Our nose is the same thing. It's a hyperboloid which inhales and exhales and renews life. This is why the seeds are in the center of the apple, because it renews life. This is where the infinity sign comes from. It's the torus field. The torus field gives you the past, present and future. The only thing that exists is an indefinite now. There is no past or future. What you recall as a memory is actually energy. Everything in this matrix simulation is red and blue because the torus field is white light splitting into red and then blue light. This is why the police sirens have white light and red and blue. The link is in the bio for this PDF for more information. I update it forever so you'll get it.
Warning of cyber threats from Russia and are urging U.S. critical infrastructure defenses to be reinforced. As CBS's Bill Whitaker reported on Sunday night's 60 Minutes, it wouldn't take much to throw the entire country into darkness.
The grid is a sprawling target. There are actually 3 in the U.S., the Eastern, Western, and Texas has its own. Most of us rarely notice substations. There are...
Joins us now. So, Bill, just 20 substations to knock out the entire system. I mean, that's unbelievable, but your reporting is it could be even less than that.
That's right, Nora. That report was from 2013, and it actually found the number was even lower, 9. Taking out just 9 critical substations could black out the whole country.
They really be trying to protect that grid, man. What would they even do without that grid? You know? They would lose a lot of control. A lot of control. They can't even use the news outlet anymore to program you. They can't even use the phones anymore to program you. Social media, nothing. That grid go out, it's over with, man. Wi-Fi. And imagine it stay out forever. It'd be a hard way to control the world. Not gonna lie. I don't have to have police everywhere on every block. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm living it up.
This is Dabu 7. We now have another emergency declared in terms of heat in the power grid here in the United States, and we're looking at some of the peak weather that we've seen thus far this year in terms of high temperatures. A lot of areas seeing this heat dome that was parked over the west shift to the east, and it's left a lot of people out there baking. And yesterday they put out this alert saying that they were going to start to initiate these rolling blackouts. I've got emails and alerts from people all across the board saying that their area or areas around them are experiencing rolling blackouts or blackouts. People are being asked to shut off appliances. They're getting alerts on their phones. They're getting emails asking them to shut off their computers, all other stuff inside the house for a number of hours. And I fear that this is the new norm. You're going to start to see this more and more as they continue to push this climate agenda on the masses. But when it comes to the whole grid, it should be known right now that it's not the climate or climate anything right now that's got us in this situation. They do state that the hot weather alerts here help to prepare people out there to get ready for situations where the lights go out, and to have a generator is key. A good gas generator, solar generator, or to have a combination is key. Hedge your bets, so to speak, there. Have a couple different options if you can. At least have one, especially if we see a lights out scenario for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, up to a week. You're going to wish that you had something instead of sitting in the baking heat with nothing. Now, they're saying that there is the potential timing mismatch here between source retirements, load growth, and the pace of new generation in terms of bringing in all this green stuff that really cannot keep up with what we've seen thus far. So they're stating that the federal decarbonization policies across the grid is what's got it in the situation right now. And not to mention there's a massive controlled heat dome being parked over the area as well. But having a good backup generator is key. If you don't have one, I would definitely add this to the list. Join me. This is Dabu.
Americans are panicking over these deer videos that have gone viral yesterday across places in the United States, including New York and Mount Rushmore. The reason is because of the recent movie Leave the World Behind on Netflix, produced by former President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. And in case you haven't seen it, it's about how the US gets occupied and shut down completely by the whole world, where other countries around the world shut down all our satellites, communication systems, send radio frequency microwave weapons, and eventually attack the cities. Coming a day after the US deciding to veto the ceasefire request in Palestine, where other countries of the world are demanding an immediate ceasefire. But the US denied that. Many countries are now thinking of how to make it happen. But what's the deal with these deer videos? These videos are CGI and are not real. But what do you think about this? Is the US pissing off other countries by their international intervention supporting Israel and Ukraine? And have you seen the movie, and what do you think about former President Obama producing the movie? Americans are...
Un objeto no identificado, miren. Mientras que hacíamos deporte, ven que te pueden abducir. ¿Escuchan el ruido? ¿Y cómo gira? Llama. El Salfate, ¿dónde está Salfate en este momento que lo necesitamos? ¿Dónde está Salfate?
I'm just going to say it. It looks like a cloud. It looks like a cloud, but it looks like a UFO. And it's just not CGI. I've checked into this from as far as I can tell. I know that people don't believe no matter what. So, yeah, I know we've got people that are going to automatically say that's what it is anyway. If aliens were falling out of the thing, they would say that. But anyway, this definitely looks like a cloud, but it looks like there's always that possibility. Could it be cloaked? Could it be a cloaked UFO? Could it be because, as we know, UFOs cloak themselves, can look like anything. They have the technology we don't have. I mean, what's going on here, guys? Is this a real UFO? Is this CGI? You know, that's just the easy answer on everything. Definitely, I don't think so. Tell me in the comments what's going on. Just natural, cloud, UFO.
Un objeto no identificado.
What
Miren.
the UFO?
Here's 3 signs you're at a low vibration. Number 1, you start to always feel some type of way, like it's a dark cloud following you or something. You always mad. You constantly sad. Get out your feelings. Number 2, fatigue. If you constantly sleep and wake up and feel tired. If your energy is just nowhere to be found. Y'all not gonna like number 3, but if your diet is trash. That junk food always calling your name. You always say more fruits and veggies, but it always be junk food. It always be a tomorrow thing. Hey man, if one of those signs was you, no judgment. It's all about awareness. Raise your vibration with this whole section right here. You can do this whole section. This is how you lower your vibration. This is how you raise your vibration right there. Peace, I say, man. Like, follow, and share for more daily power and truth. Here's 3 signs you're at a low vibration.
Bro, y'all gotta go watch this joint on Netflix, like, right now, bro. This movie literally showed how the world would react if there was no internet, no phones, and if things just went shitty, bro. And I've been telling people for years they put the truth in the shows and the movies. It's called predictive programming. Alright, so not to spoil anything, but in the movie, the US was under attack by a different country. And this country didn't do any physical type of war, no killing, no none of that, bro. It was all a war on the state of mind and consciousness. Technology was hacked into. Phones were shut off, the TVs, the networks, cellular data, everything. And this country was able to be successful because America destroyed itself. Once the technology was shut down, society destroyed itself. People started going crazy. Something kind of like the purge. Learn to let go of the attachment of things that are not real. You shouldn't be turning into a crazy zombie just because you don't have a phone, bruh. Bro, y'all gotta go watch this joint.
Here's 3 things you have to do to raise your vibration. You gotta understand how your energetic body even works. Everything in life is energy vibrating at different frequencies, including you. Everyone has an energetic body. Your energetic body is made up of your thoughts, literally all of your traumas, emotions that you feel, and the ones that you felt in the past. Number 2 is inner work or shadow work. A lot of y'all folks need to understand that in order to raise your vibration and keep it high, you have to do deep inner work, man. Stuff like yoga, meditation, eating only fruits and vegetables, exercising will not keep your vibration high. It'll raise your vibration for a little bit. Number 3, create your own thoughts and your feelings. Instead of thinking that your ex left you because you weren't good enough, create the thought in your head that they didn't deserve you, that you finna get something better. Peace, I say, man. Like, follow, and share for more daily truth. Here's 3 things you have to do to raise your vibration. You gotta understand how your energetic body.
Because nothing in physical reality has built-in meaning. Nothing has automatic meaning. Everything is fundamentally without built-in meaning. The greatest gift, and I know this sounds strange in your language, the greatest gift creation has given to all of you is that life is fundamentally meaningless. That means it has no built-in meaning. What that also means is you were designed to give it the meaning you prefer to give it, and the meaning you give it will utterly determine how you experience it, no matter how the situation looks. Because every situation is neutral and can serve double duty and can allow you to experience a positive or a negative effect in your life. It isn't how the situation looks that makes the difference. It's how you respond to the situation that makes the difference.
Year
Some people all across the
2023
world have been
December.
reporting they're doing strange things. These are deer gathered around the Statue of Liberty. That is not normal.
Year
Some people all across the
2023
world have been
December.
reporting.
Bro, why them deers are like robots, man? Or like CGI. That's crazy.
Why is no one questioning why Mark Zuckerberg is building a huge underground bunker in Hawaii right now? He's building a $100 million Hawaii compound right now with an underground bunker that will contain food and energy resources. His complex is called Kahlua Ranch, and it is shaping up to be one of the most expensive personal projects in modern history. The compound will consist of 12 buildings with 2 central mansions that will be connected to a tunnel that will lead to a 5,000 square foot underground bunker. The shelter will contain an escape hatch, a living spaces, mechanical room, and feature blast-resistant concrete along with steel doors. Is there something coming that we should be aware about? Why is no one questioning why Mark Zuckerberg is building a huge underground bunker in Hawaii right now? He's building an $100 million Hawaii compound right now.
Fortnite's next big concert.
No.
Hey, what up, bro?
Let me show you all. Did y'all hear the news? Texas could become the first state ever to outlaw chemtrails. This is big news for Texas. Congratulations to Texas, y'all. Now, for those of us who are unfamiliar with chemtrails, this is what chemtrails do. I'm going to read a brief excerpt. Besides creating atmospheric pollution in the form of hazy skies and blocked out sunlight, clean skies, Texas goes on a note testing of rainfall, groundwater, and soil indicates that some substances or particulates being sprayed are oxides of aluminum, barium, and strontium. The greatly elevated exposure of humans and all living things to aluminum oxide and other toxic metal compounds as well as other aerosolized substances or particulates is causing respiratory problems and other negative health conditions, the petition states. Respiratory problems, huh? Where have I heard that before? Oh, could it be this? This respiratory? This respiratory? This respiratory? This respiratory? This respiratory? This respiratory? But I thought chemtrails were not real. Why is everywhere in the world experiencing respiratory issues when one of the side effects is respiratory problems? It makes you think, doesn't it, right? Humans, pets, and wildlife are harmed. Farms, crops, and soil damaged. Forests are suffering and in many places dying. Waters polluted regardless of the justification for the use of this continuous ongoing spraying that is extremely harmful to our health and our environment. Were you guys aware that 80% of the pilots who fly over us don't have families? And then the ones who do have families, they confront the people who tell them to do this, right? And they are forced. Listen to this video right here, y'all. Listen to this.
December 8th, 2014. My cousin, who was fired by our dictator just before making rank withheld, sent me information given to him by a friend who is still an Air Force pilot. This pilot is saying that he flies chemtrail flights. This pilot told my cousin that this global geoengineering effort goes by the name of, quote, Indigo Skyfold, unquote. At least within the circle of pilots and aviation crews that he works with, they are told to fly specific routes and satellite comm links control the aerosol dispersal patterns. He says that they only make course corrections from time to time and perform landings and takeoffs. Pilot, navigation, and maintenance crews are rotated constantly and only spend about 18 months at one given base. He states that this is to keep pilots and their families from making too many friends and ending up with loose lips. They're told to simply do their job and shut the F up. First of all, I would like to say I do not agree with my mission assignments, but what soldier ever truly does? Several of us have considered bucking the ranks and going AWOL from time to time. We are kept in the dark when it comes to getting honest answers about what we are really spraying. Should they discover that we or our families are actively inquiring about your so-called chemtrails term, then automatic and swift disciplinary action will be taken. I would not intentionally spray my children or family with toxic aerosols, but as you must know, 80% or better do not have any family or children. Indigo pilots are chosen from the top ranks within the Air Force, Navy, and Coast Guard. Most of the pilots are, quote, hardened to humanity, unquote, and could care less about killing off unwanted or leeching aspects of America and the world. I swear to you, the majority of the pilots are like machines. I call them tanker terminators. We are paid more than any other pilot for our service. other than Air Force One pilots who make as much or more and are kept in a dark secret world for their own protection.
That video is extremely deep, y'all. And this is why they say money is the root of all evil. Because a fictitious monetary system was created in order to rule this world, and now you have people who actually don't mind to get in a plane and fly overhead and spray these harmful particulates over us to harm us and our children and their children as well. If that's not being a devil, I don't know what is. So a huge congratulations goes out to Texas once again for making this huge move. And I hope every state until the whole world stands up and fight against this movement to stop this, because this is really causing our people to get sick. And again, this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only.
And we all know why they be doing spraying over the skies like that, to cover up the sun. What did the sun do to y'all? Nothing.
Congratulations.
Play to win. Don't play to avoid loss, because the things you fear, the things that's going to happen to you. Set that target on something positive. Work for it. Expect it. Bobby Knight at Indiana University says the will to win is nothing without the will to prepare to win. See, everybody wants to win, but are you willing to prepare to win? One of the major points I often make is what you do off the job determines how far you go on the job. Every athlete, every actor, every singer, every entertainer knows that. Most doctors and attorneys and professionals know that. Specific example, in the typical American plant, the hourly wage earner watches 30 hours of TV a week. The person in charge of the line watches 25 hours of television a week. The foreman watches 20 hours a week. And superintendent watches 15 hours. The vice president watches between 12 and 15. The president watches between 8 and 12. And the chairman of the board watches between 4 and 8 hours of TV. And 50% of that time, he or she is watching training videos. Now, my question is, what would happen to that line worker who watches 30 hours a week if he were to take away 10 of those hours a week and study and plan and prepare? I guarantee you wouldn't stay on the line very long. Play to win. Don't play to avoid loss.
Okay, I get it. I get some tension in the room. Let's just address it. Why the hell did they get me to host this thing? No, I'm serious. I'm serious. Biggest night in sports. They couldn't go out and get Kevin Hart, Matt Damon, Kristaps Porzingis. Instead, they hand it to a guy who spends most of his life in jean shorts and is actually proud of it. Why? Why did they go get a guy from the redheaded stepchild of sport and entertainment? Why did ESPN get a host from the WWE? I mean, it's rigged. Did I just spoil the surprise for some of the people? It's scripted entertainment. What we do is fake, right? So I know what you're thinking. Me hosting the ESPYs, that's crazy. Or is it genius? It's time to take a look at yourself, sports, and realize that you're more like the WWE than you have ever imagined. I'm going to start with the NBA. Cleveland won something. That's actually impossible. There is no way that that wasn't scripted. Especially when you look at the whole story. Okay, LeBron. You used to be a good guy. And then you turned into a bad guy. And now you're a good guy again? And you left the NBA hanging. What are they going to do when they don't have a bad guy? Exactly what we do. They're going to make a new one. My hat's off to football, though. They build characters. Odell Beckham Jr. Hell, he already looks like a WWE superstar. He is one parrot away from being Coco Beware. But I will admit here is the one place that the WWE has you beat, the one thing we have that you don't. Vince McMahon. A maniacal billionaire pulling the strings behind the scenes who uses every trick in the book to manipulate things to his advantage any way he can. Something like that, that is way too crazy for real sports. Or maybe we have more in common than you think. Yeah. Okay, I get it.
Crazy how they be turning into jokes, right? When they giving up the truth.
If you're seeing this on or around December 13th, stop and
look, y'all, this person says crystals are of the devil. You know, I'm glad you commented this because I want to speak on this. Being that I sell and I also wear crystals. Like a lot. Like a lot. To all the people that think this, let me tell you why this is not true. Because first off, crystals are just literally different forms of rocks. How could rocks be of the devil? I literally got so many regular rocks in my room for the purpose of grounding energy. I always tell people, the reason I wear crystals is the same reason people go to the beach. To put their feet in the sand and to get rejuvenated by the minerals inside of the sand. And you can literally do the same thing by wearing crystals or having them around your house. It amplifies your auric field and balances all the properties and minerals inside of your body. So how would that be of the devil if it literally comes from the earth? It's just like using Himalayan salt in the bathtub during a spiritual cleanse. People that think crystals are the devil are honestly lost. And honestly, they can continue to be lost because I already know the actual truth. And it should be so simple that wearing crystals is almost the same as eating vegetables. It's beneficial for the body. And it's not bad to have rocks and plants in your house. Just like some people can have granite countertops, you can also have crystal countertops. So to the people that believe this, ponder on what I said, because crystals are not evil at all. Anything can be used for good or bad. Anything. But something natural from the earth naturally heals us. Just like putting your feet in grass and eating veggies naturally heals us. And also wearing crystals is also another form of reconnecting back to the earth. And more people should practice that. I'm not even here to change your opinion, but to speak more life into the people that do wear crystals. But besides that, for whoever wants crystals,
melanin is equal to carbon. Every animal, plant, and human being have melanin inside of them. Melanin protect you from the harmful UV rays of the sun. You wouldn't be able to exist on Earth if you didn't have carbon in your skin. Meditating in the sun would also produce more melanin. Your upper layers of skin will pull in the UV rays, and your skin will convert these rays into energy for you to use. Now, it's two types of melanin. The first being eumelanin, which is your black and brown melanin. This is the darkest one, and it is the most protected out of the two categories. Last but not least, you will have pheomelanin. Now, the pheomelanin could be destroyed by the UV rays, and that is because their cells isn't strong enough to fight off this plasma energy. This is also how some beings have freckles. This is patches of melanin. And then we will have neuromelanin. This is the melanin inside the brain, the black sun. The neurons is your nervous system, which controls your brain and your spine. This is your pineal gland, and all of your neurons will turn to black due to the melanin in the brain. The neuromelanin will help fight brain diseases. It would also help with age regeneration. This is why they say black don't crack. Now, too much melanin is called hyperpigmentation, and it is harmless. The more melanin you have inside, the darker your skin would be, the darker your eyes and hair color. Your melanin also tells how much sun exposure your ancestors had. You emit rays of light just like the sun. Your soul is a mini sun, and it is trapped in a vessel. And a lot of times, that light will shine right through your physical vessel. With that being said, we all have melanin within us. You guys have to understand there's different types of melanin. Melanin and carbon is the same thing. And when your scientists want to know how old something is, it is called carbon dating. They look for those with the most carbon in their skin, or melanin. We all are ancient souls and existed before time. Peace and ashe, guys. Melanin is equal to
8 signs you have cancer.
What type of timing is y'all on in LA, opening rifts and portals? If y'all think Project Bluebeam ain't real, I need y'all to see this. They done opened the Loki Stargate up in LA.
Look at you more.
I look like, I swear they look like Black Ops 2, bro. What are they trying to display and show? I heard they got something like this in Vegas too. You could kind of tell it's AI now, artificial, but it's going to get to a point, and it's probably already at a point where they can make it look dumb real. You know what I'm saying? To the point where it shake the earth, and it maybe got a physical to it too. Because y'all know they've been working on these, you know they underground working on sentient, ambient, humanoid-looking beings. Y'all not finna fool me. What else is y'all doing in them dumbs? In the underground tunnels? You're not keeping the ancient traditions alive. So, you're doing something down there. This the portal literally warping into thin air. Look like a crack in a dimension. That's loud. Bro said how? LA got some weird energy, bro. Think about the sound effects, how they get the sound like that. Then it just disappeared in thin air, bro. You think they can't throw a mothership in the sky real quick? Have it look like it's an invasion? That got me thinking the moon is a projection. The moon might not even be real. Well, I know it's not real. It's not what they say it is. If y'all just seen that technology on a primitive level, and you believe that we're not the only intelligent species on this planet, on this realm, on this entire universe, do you think these people can't do that on a higher level with the suns and the moons? Everything ain't your government. They can't see, this is what they don't tell you. The government can't control nothing. All they could do is get heads up and follow and get, oh, this was happening, oh, this was about to happen. But there's planetary resets that happen that's inevitable. But it's like they're trying to submit their place in history, or trying to submit their power, or it's like they're trying to monopolize on anything they can before this end game crash. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, this blue beam could be a problem. This ain't just for entertainment and show. This ain't the advancement of technology. This the advancement of technology. What type of timing is y'all on in LA? Opening.
I had to go to this facility so I could work out a little bit. And the black lady that was checking me in, because I had my face covered, because I didn't want nobody to know. And at one point she says, well, baby, I'm going to have to see your face if I'm going to have to sign you in here. I run a tight ship in here, baby. I'm going to have to see your face. And I took, I'm not a clone. I'm not a clone. I know a lot of people were saying I was cloned out there. Well, y'all ain't shit. That's a clone. That ain't no goddamn Jamie. That's a clone.
I don't care what y'all say. In my opinion, that Jamie and this Jamie are two different people, man. Like, they must be like hibernating and then coming out or something. Cause like even Kanye right now, he acting like Kanye a little bit. He look a little different, but the people that we see when they're taking their little hiatus or hiatus, whatever you call that, man, I don't know about that, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just, they might have gave him his brain back or something. You know what I'm saying? Just my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
I had to go to this facility so I could.
All y'all niggas on Instagram got some shit to say. Y'all niggas saw this shit. Don't tell me about my fucking political opinion. I made more money to show you that money ain't nothing. It's our money, nigga. It's our country, nigga. It's I ain't stolen from us. It's pyramids, nigga. It's pyramids in St. Louis, nigga, Missouri. They stole it. All this shit. America just the latest bitch that been ran through so many times. The Greeks hit her. Mansa Musa hit her. We had her, the Indians and shit. The same shit. That's a story. They put us in the school, the Rothschilds. I know Jay-Z back here like, oh, this nigga gonna die now. I've been here for a year, my nigga. They can't fucking touch me. Why? Because God covered me. Too fast. Y'all niggas done voted Democrat all these motherfucking times. These y'all niggas showing up at the LB show. These niggas is colonizers, nigga. The French own 80% of the banks in Africa, nigga. That's why I just met with MBS, nigga, head of Saudi. Nigga, we don't have to bow to this shit, nigga. They'll feel me, but they trying to program them.
Hold on. How are you speaking that stuff right now?
Nigga, head of Saudi. Nigga, we don't have to bow to this shit, nigga. They'll feel me, but they trying to program them. The head of Louis Vuitton, Bernard Arnault, fuck you. Alexander Arnault, fuck you. Francois Pinault, fuck you. Dimna, fuck you. Fuck Balenciaga. Fuck Cedric.
Buy the Yeezy Pods, buy the Yeezy Pods.
Fuck Gap and fuck Adidas, nigga. All you niggas is like fucking still wearing Adidas. Nigga, don't say me shit. Nigga, I'm by myself in this motherfucking room, nigga. Everybody shut the fuck up. Hey, shut the fuck up. Let me tell you something right now. Just the fact that you ain't listening to me, ain't none of y'all niggas with me. I'm by my fucking self. Cause ain't none of y'all niggas stand up for me. Ain't nobody stop. It's shut up. Be quiet before you get exiled. So I'm saying is, nobody with me. Everybody here, half the motherfuckers on a check. Half the motherfuckers just here like, ha ha, laughing at jokes, laughing at the raps and shit. Nigga, I made these beats in my mama's basement. I drew these motherfucking shoes since I was in 7th grade. Nigga, when I asked niggas step up, not one nigga stepped up. Not one nigga stepped up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. None of the famous niggas, Mav Carter sold me out. You know what I'm saying? Nobody fucking said y'all saw me and see my kids. All y'all rich niggas got y'all kids in that Zionist school. Fuck Sierra Canyon. My daughter ripped up the motherfucking couches in the house to be able to be with me right now. Y'all don't know what's going on. For real. Where y'all TikToking and all that shit. Y'all put up with all that shit. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm in Pop. I'm in Vegas. Like Pop. My daughter had the Tupac fucking t-shirt. So I'm saying, witness this shit. Visit this shit. But I don't believe in nobody but me, nigga. I know y'all don't gotta say we with you. You're not with me. No one's with me because no one's really with me. It's just me and God. That's what I'm saying. And I'm still alive.
Let's go.
And I'm still alive. You ain't post. You ain't post. When I couldn't see my kids, y'all ain't post. Y'all ain't stopped the Adidas shit. Y'all niggas let Adidas crash the richest nigga of all time.
Y'all know I did.
Wait a second. I put up one tweet, and then Ari Emanuel put, "Oh, we got to drop this nigga," and all niggas just watch. Fuck everybody, nigga.
You the biggest best.
That's what I'm trying to say to you niggas right fucking now, nigga. This is what y'all been waiting for. Drake, this is what you been waiting for. Jay-Z, this is what you been waiting for. Kim, this is what you been waiting for. All you niggas, look, let me tell you something. This is the way the world works.
God is using him right now.
Okay, be quiet for a second. Don't scream for a second. God runs the world. Then under that, you got 1,000-year-old families, Medici. Under that, you have the Vatican, the Pope. Under that, you have the financial groups that control all your shit. BlackRock, Vanguard. After that, you have Putin. You have Trump. You have all this shit. And after that, you got what all this shit is. Entertainment. Hollywood. Take that, run that back, run it in schools. All y'all niggas on Instagram got some shit to say. Y'all niggas saw this shit.
He was exposing a lot of stuff like that, man. I don't think he was just yapping. You know, he's not gonna give it all. He's not gonna tell it all, but he definitely was putting some hints in there. Dang.
Hold up. Y'all might want to hear this. Breaking news. New York just went through a slight power outage / blackout after one of their power plants exploded. God damn. Don't that sound kind of familiar? What a coincidence. Leave the world behind. It's all happening fast, ain't it? Just early today, Russia then dished over a couple $1 million worth of U.S. oil and de-dollarized the American dollar. Don't this shit look familiar? Ain't this the White Line oil ship that was in the movie Leave the World Behind? It's down in the same color as this up here. This shit happening fast as hell. But hey, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section though. This shit gonna hit the fans. Like, follow, and share for more content.
Where are the power plants in New York City? I mean, they must be in Queens, I guess, or near the river.
Why are you asking about power plants?
Hackers can get into power plants. That's probably how they caused the outage.
Hold up. Y'all might want to hear this. Breaking news.
This is why good people make bad
It's
decisions.
crazy how like everything from that movie is becoming reality now.
Throughout life, we always got to choose between a good or a bad
Teslas
decision.
is
Most
next,
people live
I
in
guess.
negativity because it feeds the ego.
I
The
think the
brain is
Teslas
also
already
addicted to
doing that.
negativity. And that's why negativity and drama is always trending on social media. But too much negativity can cause more damage than most people realize. Star Wars made a good example of what too much negativity can lead to. Anakin was an innocent kid, then became the chosen one, then got consumed in darkness. This ended up killing Anakin and creating more evil and chaos.
You were the chosen one!
So don't allow yourself to get consumed in darkness, because feeding into negativity can only make things worse. And this is why everybody should have a shadow work journal. This is literally a cheat code to living a more peaceful life. It teaches you more about yourself and how to effectively move forward in life. This even tells you if you will turn to the dark side. So you might want to get this before your next altercation. It's also on a big holiday sale, so get it while it's still cheap. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and y'all stay conscious. This is why
Jim Carrey tried to warn us.
Time I run in to Jim Carrey. Wait, tell me, is it true you're wandering the streets? You need a date to the party? What's up?
No. I'm doing just fine. I just, there's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're
I
celebrating.
mean, you got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe in
icons, boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we can come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise, beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself. I didn't get dressed up.
Who did?
There is no me.
There's no you.
No.
We're not here. This is a dream.
It's just things happening. And there are clusters of tetrahedrons moving around together.
Okay. So what's happening in our world right now? Because there is a lot of news that actually is relevant that's not that
Here's
uplifting.
the thing. It's not our world.
None
That's
of this
the
is
key.
real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter. We don't matter.
Oh, wow.
There's the good news.
Okay.
By the way, if you like my content, you can check out my...
Stop. You're gonna wanna watch this. They just came out with a movie called Civil War.
19 states have seceded. The United States Army ramps up activity.
What?
Issued warnings to the Western forces as well as the Florida Alliance.
The three-term president assures the uprising will be dealt with swiftly.
Let me know if you want to try anything on.
Are you guys aware there's like a pretty huge civil war going on all across America?
We just try to stay out with what we see on the news. Seems like it's for the best.
Citizens of America, the so-called Western forces of Texas and California have suffered a very great defeat at the hands of the United States military.
Mr. President, do you regret the use of airstrikes against American citizens?
We're moving to D.C. today.
We need to go down there.
They shoot journalists on sight in the Capitol. Every instinct in me says this is death. Bloody.
And I find it crazy because we got stuff like this, like, should Texas leave the Union? Text it. See, I was blowing me up on my other post. I didn't know what y'all was talking about. But now I see. What the fuck? You remember around this time last year when they was talking about California considering leaving and seceding from the state? Very interesting. Think about this crazy shit in the comments. Like or follow for more wisdom. Follow me on YouTube if y'all want that exclusive content. And it's just for entertainment purpose.
Dodge Cat recently spoke out about people calling her a Satanist and just listen to what she said.
Satanism thing is like, I'm sorry, when the fuck did I say that I was a Satanist? When did I ever say anything, or even go marching outside the church talking about, no. When the fuck did I say that? Anyway, it's really tacky and annoying and fucking discredits a lot of the hard work that I've put in.
But she literally said this in an interview.
Also, I'd love to give a shout out to Satan. Do you indulge in any form of worship? All the time. I want to do goat sacrifices because that's actually pretty spooky. Oh, wow.
And listen to what two of her recent songs say and the music video.
I'm a demon lord, fall off what I ain't seen the whole. How my demons look. Yeah, now that you bitches shook. Yeah, how my demons look.
Doja Cat recently spoke out about people calling her.
She playing both sides on you, man. See that? You gotta watch her, man. Gotta watch her.
So we ain't seen Ye in a minute, y'all, and he popped back up, tripping. Sup? Ye on some sub timing. You know, he been exposing these gatekeepers, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these people that's within the industry, they be wanting out. But the moment they want out, that's when they come collect. You know what I'm saying? Remember he talked about the trainer he had. Why do you need a trainer? Canadian trainer at that. Let's get into it.
No, none of y'all motherfuckers here with no Instagram, nobody living, nobody at, and I don't want to hear shit from none of these Jewish niggas talking about, oh, he's in an episode. Harley Pasnick followed me to the fucking hotel. The nigga killed Aaron Carter, and now they acting like they won't kill the match, for example. You gotta say, Harley Pasnick pusher, your trainer, Harley Pasnick, Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? And then niggas be hanging around these niggas just for the money or some Mike Rubin shit. Slap the shit out of Mike Rubin. I see that nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck these niggas, bro. Fuck these niggas, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my Farrakhan Don shit right now, bro. Because guess what? These Yeezys gonna sell. They sabotaged the show today. They sabotaged the Instagram. They cut off the fucking Adidas contract. They did all the shit. Then they want to go get light skin Ye. You gotta understand? That's shit.
Talk about Drake.
They told me that was his name. It's light skin Ye. They want the light skin version. They want a George Floyd. They want a Virgil. They don't let me speak at the funeral. I saw 2, 3, 4, 5 white people not let me speak in front of none of y'all niggas. And Drake, nigga. Hey, hold on. Be quiet while I'm talking, baby.
Be
Drake,
quiet
I
while I'm
love you.
talking.
I'm gonna get the tattoo.
He said I'm channeling right now. Stop playing.
Drake, whoever, y'all gotta show up. Don't tell me I'm talking crazy. That nigga, I motherfucking Pharrell and me. Hey, come on. Me, Pharrell, we broke down this door. We all in this shit together. We all in this shit together. We all dealing with a lot of. And what I'm telling you, a lot of people had shit to say about my Jewish comments, but ain't nobody in this motherfucking room, and none of y'all entertainment niggas ever said nothing when I was praying to see my kids one of the last days. What's my nigga that got fucking locked up for the mega seller shit? Oh, Tory. Okay, look. So Tory Lanez called me. We were saying prayers. We were saying prayers on the phone together. And I prayed that day. And y'all saw that shit. And y'all saw when I couldn't see my kids, when I couldn't see Chicago too.
Y'all took the
all
deal,
y'all niggas
though.
on Instagram got some shit to say. Y'all niggas saw this shit. Don't tell me about my fucking political opinion. I made more money to show you that money ain't nothing. It's our money, nigga. It's our country, nigga. It's how they stole it from us. It's pyramids, nigga. It's pyramids in St. Louis, nigga, Missouri. They stole it. All this shit. America is the latest bitch that got ran through so many times. The Brits hit her. Mansa Musa hit her. We had her. The Indians and shit. The motherfucking pilgrims. It's the Jewish niggas. They dress the same, nigga. It's the same shit. That's the story. They put us in the school. The Rothschilds. I know Jay-Z back here like, oh, this nigga go down now. I've been here for a year, my nigga. They can't fucking touch me. Why? Because God covered me. He covered me. And guess what, Trump? We ain't getting your support unless you get Larry out. Unless you get Jeff out. You understand what I'm saying? Because y'all niggas, y'all politicians think y'all gonna just get our shit for free. Oh, all of a sudden, nigga, because you got a mugshot, you with us now? No, nigga. No, what you gonna do for us? What they gonna do for us? Y'all niggas done voted Democrat all these motherfucking times. Y'all niggas showing up at the LV show. These niggas is colonizers, nigga. The French own 80% of the banks in Africa, nigga.
Come on.
That's why I just met with MBS, nigga, head of Saudi. Nigga, we don't have to bow to this shit, nigga. Okay, it's 60 million of us in America, 60 million Jews in the world. 50% of our deaths is abortion. 25% of us go to prison. Raise one hand if you don't know one nigga in prison, one nigga got locked up,
the black dollar. Look it up.
Raise your hand if you don't know one person got abortion. Now I tell you, if it was in a Jewish mother on Friday with no fucking, everybody raised their hands. So, but wait a second. But who got, but wait a second. Who make the hospitals though? Who got the hospitals? These are Zionists, nigga. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Jesus Christ. Because there's gonna be some niggas that feel exactly like me. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm 70. I don't give a fuck about life or death. I get visitation with my kids. I ain't got no say so. Them niggas walk around like, look at soccer players. They don't even fucking know. They don't even know they dad, the kid. They didn't see me come play one on nobody. They They'll film me, but they try to program them. The head of Louis Vuitton, Bernard Arnault, fuck you. Alexander Arnault, fuck you. Francois Pinault, fuck you. Timna, fuck you. Fuck Balenciaga. Fuck Cedric. Fuck the Easy Pot. Fuck Gap. And fuck Adidas. Nigga. All you niggas is like fucking still wearing Adidas. Nigga, don't say me shit. Nigga, I'm by myself in this motherfucking room, nigga. Everybody shut the fuck up.
I'm by myself in this room. I'm telling you,
Just the fact that you ain't listening to me. Listen,
He done
ain't
dust
none of y'all
the
niggas with me.
bro.
I'm by my fucking self. Because ain't none of y'all niggas stand up for me. Ain't nobody stop. Shut up. Be quiet before you get exiled. That's what I'm saying is, nobody with me. Everybody here, half the motherfuckers on a check. Half the motherfuckers just here like, ha, laughing at jokes, laughing at the raps and shit. Then I made these beats in my mama's basement. I drew these motherfucking shoes since I was in 7th grade, nigga. Cause when I asked niggas step up, not one nigga stepped up. Not one nigga stepped up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. None of the famous niggas, Math Carter sold me out. You know what I'm saying? Nobody fucking said y'all saw me and see my kids. All y'all rich niggas got y'all kids in that Zionist school. Fuck Sierra Canyon. My daughter ripped up the motherfucking couches in the house to be able to be with me right now. Y'all don't know what's going on. For real. When y'all TikToking and all that shit. Y'all put up with all that shit. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm in Vegas. Like Pop, my daughter had the Tupac fucking t-shirt. So I'm saying, witness this shit. Visit this shit. But I don't believe nobody but me, nigga. I don't fuck y'all don't gotta say we with you. You're not with me. No one's with me because no one's really with me. It's just me and God. That's what I'm saying. And I'm still alive. Let's go. And I'm still alive. You ain't post. You ain't with me. You ain't post. When I texted my kids, you ain't post. Y'all ain't stopped the Adidas shit. Y'all niggas let Adidas crash the richest nigga of all time. Y'all know I did.
Adidas was begging.
Wait a second. I put up one tweet. And then Ari Emanuel put, oh, we got to drop this nigga. And all niggas just watch. The only nigga that had the Trump hat. The only nigga that went and got them billions. The only nigga that's breaking through all kinds of ideas in fashion. I've been called a faggot so many times for tight jeans. You know what I'm saying? I got niggas from Chicago that I take care of that still trying to sell me. So I say I can't go to motherfucking GD. Nigga, I'm way bigger folks than you, nigga. You niggas don't take care of me.
Right now, your thing is between you and God.
Who you, shut up. Who you think, no, hold on. Who you think the old man called? When we put Drake on stage, who the old man called?
You.
You know what I'm saying?
Does God put you in position?
Nigga, just because I had a car, nigga, fuck everybody, nigga.
You the biggest vessel.
That's what I'm trying to say to you niggas right fucking now, nigga.
Vessel.
This is what y'all been waiting for. Drake, this is what you been waiting for. Jay-Z, this is what you been waiting for. Kim, this is what you been waiting for. All you niggas, look, let me tell you something. This is the way the world works.
God is using him right now.
Okay, be quiet for a second.
Sorry. I love you, but okay.
No, you got it. Get over. Hey, sorry. Come down, please. God runs the world. Then under that, you got 1,000-year-old families, Medici. Under that, you have the Vatican, the Pope. Under that, you have the financial groups that control all your shit. BlackRock, Vanguard. After that, you have Putin. You have Trump. You have all this shit. And after that, you got what all this shit is. Entertainment. Hollywood. Take that, run that back, run it in schools. I'm going to give y'all one last thing before I go. When I first put the tweet up, I was dealing with a divorce lawyer. And I explained to the lawyer what my issue was. And his response was to me, if you keep up this anti-Semitic rhetoric, then you won't see your kids. A nigga I knew said I couldn't have an opinion.
Right.
Or I wouldn't see my kids.
That's how you know you're working for somebody.
Y'all know who y'all fucking playing with? This is a vessel of God. He gonna burn all your shit down. I swear. I knew these niggas is trying to make surviving gays, surviving this way. That's why I set it up when I was still in the high schools. Bill Cosby couldn't do shit by the time they got him. R. Kelly couldn't do shit by the time they got him. That's why I had to set it up. Because the same niggas that made him rich, the same niggas doing the documentary. And fuck Cootie, fuck you, because everybody saw that third episode. That's what the whole shit was about. Me selling opioids. I'm not even bipolar and I have signs of autism from the accident.
Did Kanye snap out of the MK Ultra? Because this looked like somebody who was lost in consciousness in a long time. It don't sound like a vent. It sound like you just woke up. Hey, what the... But hey.
Because he was just...
So we ain't seen...
He was just all over the place with it too, man. It's crazy. Like he was just spitting out too much truth out of nowhere. Certain spots everywhere, bro. Just all over the place, damn.
We're not opening the door.
That was the scariest thing I have ever seen in my fucking life.
He said turn the stream off. He said turn the... He's hurt, bro. Turn the stream off, please. Please. Okay, he's not in the car. He's still here. He's still...
Sam, I'm sorry.
What do you say? Dude, shut
Just
up.
leave it. No.
Where are the cops, bro?
6 things people say when they're manipulating you. 1. Everyone agrees with me. Not that other people's opinions matter, but they are hoping this makes you feel isolated and more likely to conform to their viewpoint. 2. It was just a joke. They express their true feelings or opinions under the guise of humor, then resort to gaslighting you by claiming you're too sensitive or lack humor. 3. You're acting crazy, or you're acting insane. This is a classic deflection tactic used when they're losing control of the situation, aimed to undermine you. 4. I don't know what you want me to say. They are fully aware of what you want to hear, but they're stalling for time to concoct a response that manipulates the situation. 5. You always do this. By generalizing your behavior as consistently problematic, they aim to shift the blame onto you, hoping to distract and shift blame. 6. If you cared about me, you would do this for me. This is emotional blackmail, intended to guilt-trip your feelings and commitment to the relationship. 6 things people...
That's definitely a blackmail. If you care about me, you would do this for me. You're like, how easy gonna like? Nah, that's messed up, man.
So here's another video of a lady who captured a face beside the moon. This happened on December 4th, 2023.
Gotta see this. What the fuck? Hold on. Y'all get y'all ass in here and sit down. Now I know y'all sick of me with the moon, but you gotta see this. Okay, from the naked eye, there's nothing but the moon in that street light.
Right.
But when I zoom in, look next to the moon.
I see it. I see the face. Looks like a skull or an alien head.
I know y'all see that damn face.
Right there, man. You see it.
Please tell me somebody else can see this.
You see it, man. Don't act
So a
like
lot of
you
people
don't
are saying it's Project Bluebeam. Comment below what you think it is. I posted some other videos about this, some other videos today.
Tell me somebody else sees that. Holy shit.
Excuse the bad language.
Oh my God. Look at this shit. Coco, you gotta see this shit, girl.
Check it out, Coco.
Girl, look at this shit.
Coco said,
I know
give me
y'all
what
sick
you
of me.
got.
But please tell me, is my eyes playing fucking tricks on me?
Nah, that's a face right there, man. It's crazy.
So here's another video.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Earthshift series. I'm so glad that you guys are inspired by all of the information in this. But now we have to get back to the Nostradamus book. We're looking at Conversations with Nostradamus, Book 2. The planet is 10% land and 90% ocean in the year 2087. We know this because Dolores moved John the astrologer 100 years into the future through hypnosis. And this information comes from his future life. There are about 120 million people on Earth in 2087. There is a one world government. Many people died in the Earth shift. But if it wasn't for the help of the extraterrestrials, the planet would have perished. People from different star systems, over 15 different star systems, came together to help Earth. We are now one of the newest members of the Galactic Federation. Requirement for membership to the Galactic Federation is to know the plan of the Creator, to follow the plan of the Creator, and to be a part of one galaxy consciousness. If you're into alien stuff, you probably know about the Galactic Federation. And we're gonna get all into that in the Alien series that will come after this, which is going to be called AD, After Disclosure. I'm just telling you that because don't worry, everything's gonna work out. However, now I have to show you the maps. Yeah, there's maps. This is the astrological chart that Nostradamus gave, claiming that this could possibly be the date of the Earth shift, October 24th, 2029. If you watch the beginning of this series, this lines up with predictions from NASA and their claim that a giant asteroid is going to come into the Earth's field in 2029. Before I show you the maps, I want you guys to remember, time is simultaneous. This shift has already happened. The light has already won. Goodness has already won. Evil has already been destroyed. It's just that we are still playing that out. So we're still seeing it happen. But in the future, it has already happened. So there's no reason to have any fear. Okay, so here's the maps. These are the maps that Nostradamus showed. And when the person came up from hypnosis, they drew the maps that they were shown. The black parts are what's left. Don't freak out. Don't start moving right away, because this is the worst possible timeline. Nostradamus was showing us the worst possible timeline. Alaska, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia. Now let's talk about this woman, Helen Wambach. So she was a psychotherapist. Just bought the last copy of this off Amazon. Sorry, guys. I'll let you know how it is. Now, Helen Wambach liked to do mass hypnosis. So she would get a group of 100 people, several hundred people, and do a group past life regression. Then she decided to do this experiment, moves them 150 years and 300 years into the future. And most of these people saw the same thing. So after Helen passed away, this man, Chet B. Snow, took all of her information and put it into the book. Now, this is the map from her book. Now, according to what I've gathered, without reading it, they believed this was going to happen in the year 2012. Comparing it with Dolores's book here. Like I said, the black parts are what's left. Now, this was what Nostradamus said was the worst possible scenario. We already see that her hypnosis subjects saw a world that was not as bad. Now, what's interesting is it also lines up with the work of Edgar Cayce. Now, Edgar Cayce is considered one of the modern prophets. They called him the sleeping prophet because when he would go into trance, it would look almost like he fell asleep. Now, Edgar Cayce also got visions of a earth shift, of a pole shift in the future. Edgar Cayce also said that humanity would eventually reach ascension and that they would discover the truth of their origins. And here is the Edgar Cayce map. Here's the western side and the eastern side. Once again, comparing this to the Dolores maps. And what I didn't mention, that in Dolores's book, she didn't put the map of Australia because Australia would basically be fine. Not saying nothing would happen, but it would not go underwater. And here's a Forbes article, and this is the map that they give. Now, this map is by Gordon Michael Scallion, a modern prophet who, while he was hospitalized, started to have vision and was shown a future map of the world. Now, here's two maps from the Red Cross and from .gov of the danger zones. Here's all disasters. And hey guys, welcome back to the Earthshift series.
Iceland, the land.
So back in September, I told you everything that was gonna happen when this movie came out. I even told you guys to pay attention because it was going to be somewhat of a warning. The uncanny relation to what is going on right now versus Leave the World Behind the movie is actually really scary. And the fact that in this movie they talk about winter solstice, which is also known as the celebration of winter or Yule, also known as Christmas. And this is when these things are supposed to happen. Not a coincidence. I just want to say, if you are someone that follows me and thinks like me and understands that the things that I speak about and say, I just want to say, I love you. Now, one thing that I also want to get into about this video is the scene with the Teslas. This specific scene in the movie Leave the World Behind, Julia Roberts, her husband, and her 2 children are trying to escape where they are staying and make their way into there is only 2 roads that lead to the inner city in this movie, which are Manhattan and just New York. They are trying to go from Long Island to the inner city of Manhattan and go through to get to New Jersey. Nevertheless, they get to the road that is supposed to take them to the expressway. So if this is the only road in, it's also the only road out. And this is where they come across over maybe 100 crashed Tesla Model 3s. Initially, they come up with the idea that maybe there is someone in these Teslas, but then Julia Roberts realized these are all brand new off the dealership Teslas. She goes up to read the fine print on the side, which most people bypass when they buy a new vehicle that has the make and model, the features, everything like that. This is the best that I can get the screenshot. It's really kind of hard to see, but if you can depict what the image says, and this is on the side of the Tesla, it says self-driving, navigate on autopilot. And apparently these Teslas have literally driven themselves into one another to block any escape in and out of this major city. And then the scene goes on to show them actually driving into one another to block all main roads leading out of the major city of New York. To me, this movie is really trying to warn everybody about these automatic cars. And I have been seeing these videos about Teslas having what is called the eye. And this eye literally takes over the car to the point where it will use auto brake. And if you don't believe me, look it up for yourself. Remember when I told you there are a lot of things in Leave the World Behind, the movie, that are oddly similar to what is going on in modern day? I mean, the movie just came out and these similarities are happening so rapidly. But guess what also just happened with Tesla Model 3s? There's a massive recall because of a problem with the autopilot. And as you can see, this tweet just came out on X that is owned by the same people who own Tesla, or the same person. Yeah, Tesla is recalling more than 2 million vehicles across its model lineup to fix a defective system. And then goes on to say the system is to ensure drivers are paying attention when they are using autopilot. Is that it? Because that same feature is also responsible for driving the car itself. If no one's paying attention and no one's in the car, how is it driving? Think about it. So back in September, I told you everything that was gonna happen when this movie.
I knew it, man. Them Teslas was gonna come to a point where it was gonna be some problems, man. Even with the technology, eventually, they ain't even gonna have control over the technology in a minute.
All projects were built with underground passages that lead to railroad systems. So therefore, they can come in and clean people out of the building, and you just walk and you see the building abandoned, you don't know where the people went. Now, how many people got people missing that you know if they used to live around and they're missing, they're gone somewhere? How many, you know anybody here? Because it's interesting. Down in Atlanta and different places. Now, everywhere I go, I'm in Newark one weekend, same thing. The projects closed down, nobody know where the people are. I'm in Atlanta, they don't know where the people are. Columbia, South Carolina, they don't know where the people are. I was in Trenton, New Jersey, week before last, they don't know where the people are. All parts of New York, projects closed down, they don't know where the people are. You see. Anyway, they closed down 15 projects. They go and they clean them out from up on the trap doors in the actual project. They come in and they clean them out of those particular things and they put them on these trains. They ship them to camps. These camps, what they do is literally they kill them.
Come on.
And then they cut out the melanated parts, the genitals, the brain area, the armpits, the gut. You see what I'm saying? the anus, because all that shit is highly the knees and all that. And they get all the melanin out of them, and they make melatonin pills, as well as they make some stuff called growth hormone. We'll get into in a few minutes. Then they package back up the meat and ship the meat back into the black community. You see what I'm saying? So the meat eaters, anything red, you gotta get off, because you might be eating little Jimmy that used to hang around the goddamn corner, bumming quarters off your ass. Serious business. This is serious shit that's going on. Yes. All projects.
Wow. That's messed up, man. That's a crab, man. That's a giant crab, man. Imagine eating a crab that's
This is your own subconscious that you're dealing with, and we are at a war to regain our consciousness. They tell you in doom, what do they tell you in doom? The sleeper must awake. The sleeper must awake. He must take the water of life. The water is called your subconscious. It's called the wave, the ocean. That's Leviathan.
People think filing my teeth was a strange choice. Wasn't a choice at all. I grew up hungry, never enough to eat.
You see the gap at the bottom of those columns? That's because these are gears that turn. In fact, if you have mercury under them, they would turn indefinitely. Watch the intro of Game of Thrones where it shows all of these buildings and structures, moving parts. Castles have all these working gears. See that little gap right there? I want to see if I can go there. San Francisco, that's an hour away. Maybe I can visit. Let's go visit. What? That water's probably got mercury in it. You see the gap at the bottom of those columns?
So, I guess this thing opens or something. Are they stuck?
What do you think that is, y'all? Apparently, this is a mine in Spain. And those guys are still standing there? The rocks are falling as fast as possible. What? Are y'all kidding me, bro? So you guys know that they say these reptilians live on the ground, y'all, right? Do you think these people are screaming because of that? I mean, the screams are pretty unbearable. Listen. It sounds like bones cracking, y'all. Listen, listen. Did y'all hear that? One more time, one more time. Oh my goodness. Y'all, what do they have going on in these caves? Oh my goodness, y'all. I knew there was a reason why these animals was acting up, y'all. They knew something big was coming, so they started acting up. And I know y'all feel it too. Y'all know that. Y'all feel something big is coming. Since when do minors experience things like that? Because I don't think that's common. That wouldn't be a common thing with minors. Share this video and let me know what you guys think down in the comments below.
Peace and power to y'all, man. We got another video, the Civil War. And this trailer dropped simultaneously after the Lead the World Behind. Alright, this is the last time to talk about this, alright, this movie. But this is like a trilogy connection of all the three videos I just made. Between the cyber attacks, the Civil War movie, it's all predictive programming. These movies be preparing you about what's going on and what's gonna happen. Or a possibility of what can happen or what's already taking place. Let's see the trailer.
19 states have seceded. The United States Army ramps up activity. The White House issued warnings to the Western forces as well as the Florida Alliance. The future president assures the uprising will be dealt with swiftly.
Let me know if you want to try anything on.
It's my first time seeing it. I just downloaded it.
All across America. We just try to stay out. With what we see on the news, seems like it's for the best.
before we get into it, just peep how they call it Civil War. And this movie ended on a cliffhanger. I like to tell you how movies connect, like how the movie Prometheus connect with this other movie. I forgot which one it is, but y'all comment in the comments, you know what I'm talking about. Every single movie writer, director is deep into the occult. You can't be with these people if you're not studying occult science, hidden science, right? Let's get back into it.
Citizens of America, the so-called Western forces of Texas and California have suffered a very great defeat.
They want us to destroy ourselves. They want us to do the work for them.
Mr. President, do you regret the use of airstrikes against American citizens? You're moving to D.C. today. We need to go down there. The journalists on site in the
all happened in America. Snipers, all types of
stuff.
Every time I survived the war zone, I thought I was sending a warning home. Don't do this. But here we are.
You know she's gonna be the whole leader of the whole movie. You know how they make movies these days.
Okay. What kind of American are you?
Yo, movies are getting garbage. Look at this.
The Western forces will reach the White House on July 4th. Oh my God.
Ain't that bird from Medea?
I'm not hanging back.
One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God bless America.
Nah, I don't want your blessings. Blessings means to be less. You feel me? This is just all predictive programming. You feel me? I'm gonna keep it a beam. Government got weapons to put you to sleep. Phew. If they want the whole populace sleep, they would do it. But what I'm seeing from this movie, the last movie, Lead the World, the blackout occurs. Everybody's frantic. Then the days later, as it goes on, the Civil War happens. Everyone start fending for survival. Then they send the AI robots in to come clean up everything. That's how they try to show, oh, it's going to be a fair fight. They made it seem like it was going to be mano to mano, gun to gun, AR-15, the AK-47. No, bruh. They will pull out the Winter Soldiers so quick if they need order. So y'all got to understand something. Let's not fall for these illusions to push the planet towards this frequency. These people know it's a global reset coming and they can't control it. So what do they want to do? Synchronize the chaos that's already coming. Because they don't want us to really come together and look at... But you got to think about it. We ain't going to never come together all as a people. But when our lives on the line and certain things align, we going to have common interests. And we'll come together for a certain thing, but we never going to think all the same. You can't even get a group of people to agree on pizza better than hamburger or hamburger better than pizza. I'm just making an analogy. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people be like, oh, I don't pay attention to the movies. I'm too high in consciousness to worry about what they're doing. It lowers my vibration. Bro, don't be so conscious that you going to get hit with something you ain't even see coming. Because honestly, when you trying to vibrate high and be all nice and then something negative come your way, it's even like worse to deal with. Because it's like, yo, I wasn't even... It's like when somebody make you mad, you be like, bro, I wasn't even effing with you. Now you mess with me. So get ready. Just know that it's people that'll possibly mess with you. It's entities. It's scenarios that'll be created that'll possibly alter your frequency. So you need to tune in with it. But if you don't have the mind altitude, if you don't have the mind, the strong mind to discern and to take in the information and not feel scared and in fear, then that's on you, bro. That's on you. You know? But just off of seeing this trailer, I'm definitely not going to watch this movie because there's nothing in there that I need to see. You know what I'm saying? But it was just a quick connection, and it's interesting how they lay out all these blueprints in our face. Shout out to Beto1041. He said they let out the movie Contagion. Everybody's seen Contagion. I went to the movies to see that, bro. The vaccine people in the... Ooh, I don't know if I can say that word. But the vaccine people and all that they was doing to the people. You know what I'm saying? Because they just, the reason why I said I don't know if I can say that word, because they just took, TikTok just took me down. You cannot talk about nobody in the LTTTTT. They will take you down instantly. So warning to y'all, if y'all want to make a video on anything of that nature, don't even do it because they're taking you down. But and when did this movie come out? Like 2013, I think, 2014. I can't remember, but I remember I was still a kid, like middle school when this movie came out. And then they hit you with the vaccine, wax jab. It didn't directly happen like this, but the same thing happened on the script. Of course, they're gonna make it theatrical on the movie.
Whenever your owners want to distract y'all, they'll just have Cardi B have a relationship problem in the public. In the public eye. You guys don't never, you poor people don't never learn. And you mind control Americans. When they want to take y'all eyes off all the innocent children being bombed and killed and all kind of mess, they'll just have Cardi B get into relationship issues and all that kind of stuff. Y'all lost. These people do what they owners tell them to do. Do y'all get that? And everybody online talking about some stupid movie, Leave the World Behind and all that stuff. Don't you know they know you gonna watch that and do all y'all conspiracy shit and don't do nothing? If y'all water go off or lights go off, y'all fucking die while having panic attacks. That's how feeble you Americans are, really. That's how feeble y'all is. Hoard guns like maniacs for the underclass of your American society. We know who those people are. So you hoard guns for those who are hated in American society. That's the ones that they get the police knee on their necks. You hoard guns for them to fantasize about killing them constantly for the last hundreds of years. And y'all think any good karma gonna come to y'all. Manipulated, mind control, poison, and just stupid. The American population is ripe for the picking, ripe for destruction, and ripe to be just ushered the hell out of here. It's sad, really. And your owners know it. They play games with y'all. All y'all have to do is simply just come together as one country, I guess, and fight back, man, and just come together. But see, that'll never happen because the way your owners set this up is they set it up for y'all to be perpetual enemies. Anytime you come and steal a land from the Native Americans and do them dirty, you get what I'm saying? Like just torture them to death and enslave black people stuff, it's going to be a rift there. It's going to always be a rift there until them people is made whole again. Ain't nobody going to be cool if they ain't never been made whole. So in order for them not to make black people whole, they just rather wipe them out and plague them with different diseases and do experiments on them and lock them up and clone them and do all kind of nutty shit. Put crack in their neighborhoods and clone them and clone criminals and put the and fix their minds to where they go out into the streets and be the worst criminals and all kind of shit. J. Edgar Hoover already said back in the 70s, 60s, or some shit that black people was the biggest threat to America. These people topple countries. These people destabilize countries. If we was the biggest threat to America, don't you think they destabilized us? Don't you think they built underground bases under the hoods of America so they can watch y'all ass on camera just on like on that movie they cloned Tyrone? I put money on it. And then they owners got on TV recently and said y'all the biggest threat to them now. So I'm telling you, black people, y'all better get y'all act together.
Alright, so I just finished watching the movie Leave the World Behind, a apocalyptic scenario of where everything shut down, no electricity, it's a blackout, right? And these people basically was in these wood cabins, this house in the woods. And it's a hard watch if you're watching it for entertainment, but it get deep as the onion unpeels. But first I want to talk about the distrust we got in humanity. If everything shut down, can you trust your next door neighbor? Can you sleep in their house? Can you ask them for something? Or is they gonna be on defense with they weapons like, who are y'all? I gotta make sure my family eat. And how many people is like that to this day? This is my Starbucks. I was in line first. I was here first. So imagine when things really start going down and it's really people's lives on the line. You know how many people use that as an excuse? It's for my kids. This people will black out and smack you over their kids. Whole time it's just them being ungrounded and unsanctioned and scared of what's the potential outcome of what's going on. People will smack you out of fear. They'll delete you out of fear. So be careful who you're around. And the second point I wanted to bring up is the Tesla scene. I'm so happy I seen it because I'm not buying no Tesla. It's over with. I wasn't going to buy no Tesla, but I recently been seeing them more. And I'm like, oh, we're advancing. We had electricity cars and ancient back in the day, old technology. But they're not using old technology to make these cars. They're using cheap, quick material. Everything these people do these days is plastic. That's why they call it the plastic era, and we laugh at it. You know what I'm saying? This is the most primitive era. Now, all these Teslas was driving on this street. Boom! Smack into the back of another one. Boom! Smack into the back of the next one. Then the dad over there looking at the Teslas trying to, oh, if somebody could help us, and that's another Tesla coming. She put the pieces together like, hey, move the car. He like, honey, we can ask her for help. It's funny because the woman was really taking lead. Well, the Saxton woman was really taking lead. You know what I'm saying? Now the older Saxton lady was talking to the sister on one. They was in the shed looking for her daughter. And she was saying like, look how I treated y'all. Y'all own the house, but we treated y'all like and she was like, deep down, I think the white lady was talking to the black girl, because the black girl was like, the melanated girl, she was like, why are you so mad? What do you get out of being so angry all the time? Why are you so angry? But of course she got that perspective because, you know, she having abundance of resources. Her dad get her anything she want. You know what I'm saying? They got nothing to do with skin color. And the Saxton woman like, listen, I ain't and I know I ain't and all us as humans, we treat each other like and we F over everything we touch on this planet. Everything that lives, we F over. And think about it now. You got animal zoos. You got construction sites, oil rings, anything that breathes and lives, people monetize it. People even monetize death. Mm-hmm. But she said one thing that hit me. Deep down, everybody know they live in a lie. And we agreed upon mass delusion. And that's with anybody who's not trying to hear no information that could liberate their soul or change their environment. Because a lot of people be like, oh, y'all conspiracy theorists, tinfoil hat man, y'all sound crazy. But you practicing cognitive dissonance and believing in a mass delusion, you're one of them. You're an Agent Smith. And even on this side, bro, that's why I don't call myself conscious community, none of that. I don't want no titles. I am that I am. You feel me? I'm just, let's just say a free thinker, a truth seeker. You know what I'm saying? So I like to open my mind up to various possibilities and variations of and alternate realities of what I could choose for myself instead of work, sleep, eat, marry, club. Work, sleep, eat, marry, eat, club. Instead of that, you know what I'm saying? Go to the Disneyland. I'm cool off that. So then there was another scene with the young white Saxton kid. He over here beating his meat to the girl. He take a picture of her and start beating his meat. Bro, the next day his tooth start falling out, bro. His teeth, he kept ripping his teeth out like that. Because he low frequency. Anybody that's on that animalistic, because when you really think about it, that's a barbaric level. Even when he was doing it, he was like, he didn't even finish. He like, bro, what am I doing? Like, bro, you were in the same house. Y'all the same age. You could have just talked to her. You probably could have crushed that night. But anyway, there was also symbology with the daughter and these deers. She kept seeing these deers pop up. So maybe the deer, and spiritually, deers represent like gentleness and fertility and kindness. So maybe that was a representation with the daughter being in her innocence, right? The daughter of this lady. Now, this daughter, the goddess, the melanated woman, she said she brought up a good point. She said, I don't agree with everything you said, but this is a part of the Venn diagram where our worlds connect. And that's where we got to come to as a people, bro. We got to understand, bro. I don't care what your skin color look like, bro. As long as you trying to learn and not practice ignorance, bro, I rock with you. As long as you expanding your mind, thinking critically, and not with the destruction on this earth, even the career you choose. Out of all the things you do on this planet, you don't have to do something that adds on to the destruction of the world and then being like, I'm just doing my job. Nobody told you you had to be a police officer. Nobody told you you had to be a doctor and sell pharmacy. Okay, I'm not even going to get into that because TikTok, I'm not no doctor. It's a conspiracy theorist movie review. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the things that people do, even you selling burgers at McDonald's, I understand you got to live, but man, bro. Anyway, though, don't worry about it, though, because when that go off, it's up. So they kept getting hit with this sound radiation frequency, and she was going crazy. Everybody else was like, dang. But every time she got hit with the frequency, she was sick. She was sick.
Look, Danny ain't playing with nobody. As soon as they pulled up, Danny like, hey, y'all step by the vehicle, get off my porch, then hopped out with Stick like, y'all good? He like, yo, Danny, it's me. He like, nah, bro, I don't know what didn't happen to you. You gotta be cautious. You know what I'm saying? That friendly face, them smiles, Danny wasn't trying to hear none of that. He had to be on point first, but he was still trying to hear him out. But he like, hey, you ain't read the papers? You gotta read deeper than page 1. Then he said something. He was like, in the papers, they said they took the Russians out of Washington, D.C. That's clear signs of a war that Russia coming to blitz or whatever on the movie terms, right? So, and they talking about all these China wars right now and how China preparing for cyber attacks and all that. Listen, then he was saying the reason the sun right here too fell out because of the frequency noise. Danny believed it was a frequency weapon like William Cooper, one of their secret weapons, a direct energy weapon, but it could have been a new radiation frequency pouring onto this realm. It could have been either or. So they was dropping these red pamphlets in their city. And it was basically saying to America, right? Then he said his partner in San Diego called him before the event went down and said the same papers was dropping in a Chinese language, but these ones was dropped in Iranian language. So they were saying these folks could have clicked up, or that also could be New World Order spreading confusion, making you think it's from all these different areas. Because NATO clicked up, ain't they? But then when you hear about the BRICS, you think like, oh, they're all going to team up against America. They're all in cahoots. It's possible they teamed up to go against America, but do you know how many countries make money in America, fam? Don't just think it's, oh, our government. It ain't just our government, fam. It's a world government, bro. There's levels to the scheme. If you see governments, they're at the bottom. It's level to the orders. It's level to the family. Now, this brother said these folks practice 3 ways before they initiate their isolation, the 3-stage maneuver. Isolation, disable all forms of communication, then set up the 2nd stage. Organized, synchronized chaos. What are they doing on this realm right now? Getting you in fear, feeding off your energy. That's when we talk about energy harvesting. It's not for no reason. It's for when it go down, you don't have no thinking patterns on your brain. It's so you can be frantic. Everybody could go to Sprouts and Whole Foods and Fry's and grocery store Safeway right now. But what you gonna do if you can't go there? Folks gonna start bugging out and tweaking. If your phone shut down right now, you can't call nobody. You can't make no TikToks, no videos. You're gonna bug up. This is why it's key to enlighten yourself to what's going on in the world right now so we don't all turn on and bug out on each other. You know how many people think it's the white man, and you know how many white people think, oh, those black people doing crime. All those people that think on this ignorant type of timing, you know what I'm saying? They gonna go after each other and smack each other off while these elites sit back and survive. He said with all this synchronized chaos and everybody deleting each other, he said once they got everybody fighting, this when the coup d'etat happened. That's basically the introduction of FEMA-Kins, New World Order, the government coming out saying, hey, we're gonna get things in control. Come follow us, come with us. We got it. Follow us. Go here. You know, they be in the streets going like this. I'm going the other way. What you talking? But every elites made us start this division war. They want us to finish it. That was his ending words. So Rose, the daughter, at the end, she end up in this house with all the canned goods, all the technology, backup generators. But she finally get to watch her show Friends at the end. And the episode is called The Last One. Then the Friends theme music come in like... Y'all let me know what that meant at the end, because...
She cooked for. Alright, so I just finished watching the movie Lead the World Behind, apocalyptic scenario of.
You found all that good food that they needed, and you didn't. That's crazy, man.
Did y'all hear about the power outage in New York and New Jersey?
New York and New Jersey were plunged into chaos last night after a fault at a Con Edison plant in Brooklyn caused severe power outages. The New York City Fire Department was forced to save people from elevators across the city and commuters who were trapped on the subway for up to 20 minutes. Alarming footage showed a security guard at a Wegmans store in Brooklyn being rescued from an elevator by firefighters. At Grand Central Station, all elevators and escalators were out of service due to the power issue. Con Edison said the issue was due to a fault on a power line at its facility on John Street in Dumbo. Most electricity is back up and running.
Now here's the thing. These AI bots were spotted in New York. Okay, y'all, this is the reason why I brought this up. Do you guys remember back in September when these AI bots came to the SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles? Well, shortly after they showed up, a huge brawl ensued between the fans of the Chargers and the Cowboys at the SoFi Stadium. I can't show the video on here because TikTok will remove it. But do you guys see what I'm saying? A huge brawl ensued after these guys showed up. So you mean to show me after these guys showed up, a huge brawl ensued at the SoFi Stadium, right? And I just showed you a video of them being in New York, and then shortly after, New York and New Jersey experienced a power outage. Now let me show you how things are connected, y'all. If you take a look at my man over here with the smiley face over his hand, if you look at the smiley face eyes, it has lightning, right? But it looks like a power outage, like power outage is coming with the eyes. And when you look at his shirt, it says 29. Now this is why gematria is important, because in gematria, one of the ciphers, New York gives you 29. So you mean to tell me this looks like a power outage kill switch, right? And the number 29 in New York gives you 29, right, y'all? Do you see how there are no coincidences, how everything is connected? And the crazy thing about it is it's exactly 2 months since this happened. Today's December 15th. Today's the 15th of December. So do you think this is connected, y'all? Because that's exactly 60 days. And you know how these people play with numbers. So again, let me know what you guys think. I just think it's weird that in both instances when these robots showed up.
Yeah, I remember when she was telling that story. When she was like the dude
Is a solar storm big?
Yeah, I remember when she was telling that story. When she was like the dude heard on the radio that it was gonna be a flood or whatever, and they told everybody to basically evacuate their town. But the dude said he wasn't gonna leave his home because he believed in God. He loved God and he trusted in God, and he know that God ain't gonna let nothing happen to him. And she said when the flood actually happened, somebody came through in a boat and tried to save the man. And he said, no, God got me. And then somebody came through in a helicopter and tried to save him. And he declined that too and said, nah, God got me. Well, after that, the man drowned. And when he got to heaven, he was mad at God. And he said, I prayed to you every day. I thought you loved me. How did you let me die? And God said, I sent you a message over the radio. I sent you a boat and a helicopter. What more do you want? And when her mama asked, what's this all about? She said, I think I'm done waiting. So y'all remember when they was in the woods and she seen the deer again? Now this probably like her third time seeing these deer, but she told her brother, let's go up there with a deer at. And he was like, nah, F that. We going back down here. I remember she said she done waiting or whatever. So what if the deers was the signs God sent them? You feel me? And she was the only one had sense to follow the deers, and the deers took her to the bunker. Basically trying to say that these movies are our signs, you feel me? These are our signs, so, you know what I'm saying? When we get sent where we going, can't nobody say, oh, I didn't know about this, you feel me? We see it on TikTok, we got it in movies, you feel me? Like, I told y'all, they gotta tell us what they doing. Is it something that's supposed to happen at a beach or something? Go some more water above the bed. I'm telling you, all of it's symbolic what they trying to say. They just keep showing the beach. And then on top of that, the white line was actually a real ship. It was a slave ship. They keep showing these beaches. For some reason, I feel like the girl, when she was telling that story to her mama about the flood, you know what I'm saying, and how he ain't listen to the signs or whatever, somehow I feel like they talking about Noah And back then, because you know how people weren't believing that it was going to be a flood and all this, and they didn't want to get on the boats. And then you got the animals and stuff that was on the boat. Yeah, I remember when she was telling that story, when she was...
Is a solar storm big enough to wipe out the internet for months inevitable? Well, some scientists are saying it is. Scientists at George Mason University said a solar storm could take place that causes an internet apocalypse. You know, long before the internet was ever invented, a massive solar storm was predicted by the psychic Nostradamus. Bulgarian mystic Baba Vanga also predicted a solar crisis. And don't forget the Bible. Some of this is a lot like prophecy. But let's see what the scientists are saying.
Just like the storms, seasons, and climate changes that we have on Earth, the sun regularly experiences a cycle of weather. This is marked by periods of high and low activities, and every cycle lasts for 11 years. It's the space equivalent of hurricane season, and we're coming into another one. Solar cycles are repetitive yet difficult to predict. A cycle can be as short as 8 years or as long as 14 years and varies dramatically in intensity.
Now, I'm not saying it is going to happen, but if it does, we'll all know real quick. No cell phones, no internet, maybe no power at all. But even with all that, to tell you the truth, I don't think it's going to happen. Shabadoo, Bushkis! Shabadoo!
Nah, it's going to happen. Eventually, it's going to happen.
5 signs that someone is high on cocaine. I used to be addicted to cocaine, so I can tell.
I just want to show you something. This is the psychological power of the device. What if I was sitting here talking to you, holding my phone? It's not buzzing. It's not beeping. No one's calling me. I'm just holding it. Do you feel like you are the most important thing to me right now? No, you don't. That's the association. So when we show up for a meeting, or we sit down for dinner with our families, and we put the phone on the table, it sends a psychological message to everyone sitting there that you are not the most important thing to me right now. And putting the phone upside down is not more polite. Put it in airplane mode to take away the temptation that something's coming in, and put it in a bag or on a shelf out of sight. And this is how we should be interacting with people, giving them our full attention, because the idea is not that we hear the words they say, but that they feel heard. And this is one of the tricks. If you wake up in the morning and you check your phone before you say good morning to the person sitting next to you, you probably have a problem. If you have to take your phone from room to room, no matter where you go, you probably have a problem. And just like any recreational drug, the more you practice leaving it away. For example, if you go out for dinner, you don't need 4 telephones. Leave one at home, leave one in the car. You have one with your spouse, it's fine. If you have a client meeting, leave it in the car, leave it in the bag, never take it out. And it becomes easier and easier, and you find it easier not to be sucked in by the fear-mongering as well. So like any addiction, it just takes a little work. I just want to show you something.
Shout out to him, man. That's real.
That's
what we all should be doing. Let's just take a little breaks from it, man. You know, take your time off of it sometimes.
What the hell? I did. Oh my gosh. He's going to the basement. We gotta lock it now.
Things to never ask. We were talking about that, but I've been on my phone. I was just checking myself. So, but that was real though. When he was talking about for real, man. People do need to take time off their phones and just communicate and do that more often. For real. On it.
Siri. Asking Siri, can I speak to the devil? Siri will pause, then say, sure, I'm here. Don't ask Siri to tell you a scary story. Siri will tell you a story about Bloody Mary, and after she says Bloody Mary is behind you. Things to never ask Siri.
So you guys, here's something really weird and sad and crazy. This is where we used to film Victoria. It's right here at Nick on Sky. And it is now being demolished and torn down, and it's crazy. I walked these streets with my cast and with everyone so many times. You have no idea. It's just kind of crazy. Like, I don't know if you can kind of see, but right in there is where we used to have all the lunch scenes. So much went down here, you guys. It's pretty nuts. I mean, I just remember filming like lunch scenes through these gates and having homeless people that were walking the streets of Hollywood, which was very sad, but they would yell during takes and then we would have to stop and start again, which is sad. But yeah, there used to be a huge Victoria's billboard right about there. And where'd they go? Where'd those crazy kids go? Where's Tori and Beck and Andre and Kat and all this? So you guys, here's something really...
Check this out. So, have you ever asked yourself if we're living in an alternate dimension or a parallel dimension of some sort? Well, maybe we are. If you remember the evil witch in the Disney movie saying, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, you're from a parallel dimension." This is evidence. Check this out. This is crazy.
So I need to weigh in on the Snow White Mandela effect. Now, some of us remember it as the evil witch or evil queen going to the mirror and saying, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?" But apparently, the Mandela effect is that she always said, "Magic mirror on the wall." Now, I don't believe that to be true. I call horseshit. I know it was mirror, mirror. But I've been looking for videos that says mirror, mirror, and I can't find one. So I found this one from 9 years ago. And listen to what it says.
Okay, so I started researching the topic and, going crazy about it, and I found this video. Check this out.
What wouldst thou know, my queen?
Magic mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all?
I mean, what? Magic mirror on the wall? She never said mirror, mirror on the wall. I didn't find any video of her saying mirror, mirror on the wall, but I remember her saying mirror, mirror on the wall. So this woman goes on and actually shows evidence.
I heard magic mirror too.
Check this out.
Are we in a parallel universe? Right, but now I remember it was Mirror, Mirror on the Wall because I had a book when I was a little girl. It was my favorite book in the entire world. It's a Disney book that had all of the stories, all the Disney stories written out. And I used to read this book obsessively when I was little. And I still have it. Now, I was little, like 40 years ago. So this book is 4 decades old. Watch. Treasure of Children's Classics. And 1978. Okay, that's how old this book is. 1978, people. Here is the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Mirror, mirror on the wall. And for those thinking, oh, maybe it's a typo. Wrong, because look at this. Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Have you ever asked your...
I've been personally playing for about 8 years now.
I don't know if it's something going on with the algorithm or did the...
After watching this movie, I am so convinced that this world is about to end. Should we be scared? They said this movie was made by Obama and Michelle Obama. That should tell you everything you need to know right there. The world is about to end. The world is going 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 to end. It's a reason why they keep putting out these movies of the world coming to an end, because it's a repeated pattern, and patterns had no choice but to manifest reality. But there's always a hidden message. These people are not warning us about events of the world ending. They're trying to tell us that our reality has already ended. And once you wake up out of your spiritual coma, you realize our world is like hell. So they're trying to tell us that our world ended millions of years ago, and we still think that this is paradise. So while everyone is talking about the world going to come to an end, we need bunkers, I want people to understand something. You have to save your energy because the new moon is coming, and the new full moon is happening the day after Christmas. So while everyone is waiting for the world to end, guess what? The moon will give you what you asked for. We are living in a matrix where we are spiritually unalive, but we think we are still alive. Every night we go to bed and we travel in the astral realms. But do you know what the bed symbolizes? Your mattress actually represents the coffin, and your headboard represents the tombstone. This is the coffin and this is the tombstone. This is your mattress and this is your headboard. They're trying to say that we are spiritually unalive once we go into the astral realms. Don't let the producers of this movie trick you into another doomsday event. Like I said, what you believe in will manifest. We are about to go into one of the most powerful moons, and that's happening right around Christmas. So you gotta understand the poles are about to shift. So when the poles shift, they are opening up portals, going into the so-called new year, or the new reality that they created through the 12-year cycle. Do you know what Christmas really means? It's all about how they stole our spirits and trapped us inside of a physical body. We already know Santa means Satan. We know that the Christmas lights represents our chakras. The pine tree represents our pineal gland. The star on top of the Christmas tree represents our true star that fell from the heavens. Now we are stuck in the matrix. Santa Claus climbing down the chimney represents the serpent traveling down our spine. The chimney represents our spine. And we know that chimneys are always lit with fire. So when Satan goes all the way down the chimney, his purpose is to put out your fire, which means destroy your root chakra, because your root chakra is red and it represents fire. Don't let them trick you, and be careful about receiving information from your enemy.
It be making sense. Not gonna lie, it do be making sense.
Do you know the Adam Sandler theory? No. Okay, so we all know Adam Sandler and his iconic movies, but I saw a video by Sean Coney, and there's a crazy theory that all the movies that Adam Sandler has been in are all connected.
That would be so epic if they're all connected.
Yeah, so in his past movies, he's had multiple people come back to play the same exact character in different movies, showing they're all connected. Like, we all remember Happy Gilmore, and if you look back at who his caddy is, the same exact character is seen in Jack and Jill 18 years later playing the same role.
That caddy was the best.
Yeah, and remember Chubbs?
Yeah, Happy's coach.
Yeah, so in Happy Gilmore, we see Chubbs fall out of the window and die, but in the movie Little Nicky, when they're in heaven, they see Chubbs there, and they literally call him Chubbs, and they say he used to be a pro golfer.
Chubbs made it to heaven.
But we also see in Little Nicky one of Rob Schneider's iconic characters, who's always yelling, "You can do it," who's also in The Waterboy and The Longest Yard. And in Big Daddy, Rob Schneider plays the sandwich delivery guy, who's also seen in Mr. Deeds as the same exact character.
Those were honestly two of his best movies.
Yeah, and in Hubie Halloween, we actually see Ben Stiller come back and play the same exact role he did in Happy Gilmore, who was like the evil, like, nursing home guy.
I feel like it's safe to say that the Sandler verse is real.
Do you know that Adam Sandler...
Startling report that China has been initiating more cyber attacks and has a grander plan to cripple the U.S. through hacking. A new report from the Washington Post reveals alleged state-sponsored Chinese hackers may have breached more than 24 systems over the past year alone. Experts believe this could be part of the country's long game to distract or worse, infect American commerce and infrastructure if a conflict does erupt over Taiwan. You spoke to some experts there who say that this is a new nature of warfare. They're calling it warfare.
Yeah, Adrian, that is exactly right. And the Washington Post reports that some of this critical infrastructure that has been hit over the last year includes a water utility in Hawaii, a port on the West Coast, several oil and gas pipelines, and even tried to attack the Texas grid here back in August. And so experts believe it could even coincide with things like airstrikes or missile launches with the intent to slow down or cripple the U.S. response.
I want to know what he knows. He was recently asked if there's any story he is truly scared to cover, and he responded with UFOs. He said there is a side to this story that gets so dark he couldn't even tell his own wife. And he said there's a spiritual aspect of it that he doesn't even understand, which makes me wonder, what the heck are they hiding from us? Just check this clip out.
Are there things that you're scared to cover? You're sitting there saying,
wow, this is like soul crushing, like to the point where like it really scares you in your soul.
There are two. Yes, there are two. One is the 2020 election. The second thing that bothers me is the UFO story. And, you know, the more you dig into that and talk to people with actual knowledge of, there are parts of that story that I do not understand at all that are really, really, really dark. It's so dark that I, you know, haven't told my wife about it. I mean, I haven't verified any of this, but this is not just stuff that I read on the internet. I know you all are very, very grounded in that story, so I think I know, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But there's some stuff there that's just like, man, I'm not even sure what that means. There's a spiritual component there that I don't fully understand. So yes, that story bothers me. Part of it is the public can't deal with it. It's too far out. The implications are too profound. And so, and I understand that. Because I've heard things where I'm just like, oh man, I don't even really want to know that, honestly.
Deeply disturbing stuff. You know, forget like saucers
You know what I mean?
and technology. It's deeply disturbing stuff that I haven't even told Natalie. I agree with you. It's so disturbing. I can't even tell my kids. My kids ask me to.
It's a big club.
So I'm just on my usual walk to the office this morning. But look at this. Just hanging out at Big Ben. Really odd.
Right.
So I'm just on
7 signs your mental health is getting worse. Number 1, you're getting easily annoyed at others. Small irritations are becoming major triggers in your daily interactions. Number 2, activities that used to bring you pleasure and joy no longer do. You may feel a sense of indifference or even sadness when engaging in things that used to make you happy. Number 3, you have been either undersleeping or oversleeping on most days. This means you're not getting your 7 to 9 hours of continuous sleep each night, which is going to disrupt your well-being. Number 4, you have noticed a significant increase or decrease in your appetite. This can be overeating as a way to cope or losing interest in food altogether. Both are signs of emotional distress. Number 5, you've been experiencing low energy for majority of the day on most days. This means constant tiredness and fatigue for several hours each day. Obviously, this is going to hurt your ability to function at your best. Number 6, you've been having a really hard time concentrating at home and at work. Tasks that you used to complete with ease are much harder to complete due to the persistent mental fog and distraction. And number 7, you've been isolating yourself from friends and family. This is not just to get temporary space. This is due to your desire to withdraw from social connections. 7 signs your mental health is getting worse. Number 1.
It's a comedy award ceremony, so it's just a joke, right?
Thank you, but I'm sorry I cannot, in good conscience, accept this award on behalf of Melissa McCarthy. I instead have chosen to give my time to a friend who has something very important to say.
My name is Johnny Two Feathers. While you enjoy tonight's show, I want you to think about something. The spot where you're sitting, every square foot of ground in this country was stolen from my ancestors. And after you stole it, you murdered them. So you forgive us if we do not laugh along. There is nothing funny about the extermination of a people. The theater stinks of blood. That's all I have to say. Both.
Johnny Two Feathers, everybody! Johnny Two Feathers! Give it away, Johnny! So you know how to wave? All right. Well, Johnny Two Feathers, everybody!
It's a comedy award ceremony, so it's just a joke, right?
Thank you, but I'm sorry I cannot, in good conscience, accept this award.
We're laughing and stuff. Ain't nothing funny about that, dude.
I've also seen some like demonic here, you know, it's just like, hey, it's there.
You seen what demonic stuff have you seen?
Dude, I'm in Hollywood, bro.
Tell me, what's the most demonic thing you've seen?
Dude, I can't say that.
No, say it. Oh no, you've seen the pentagrams? You've seen children being.
I live in Hollywood, that's all I gotta say. Like, I've been here since I was 17.
Say on God you've seen a ritual.
Dude, I've seen some crazy stuff. I can't say what I've seen.
Bro, let me farm you, tell me.
Dude, I live in Hollywood. That's all I can say. I live with my friends.
Wow.
Dude, we we don't have to talk. I'm cool with everybody here in Hollywood.
Nice.
If this clip goes viral, I am really cool with everyone in Hollywood. I don't discriminate against anyone.
Okay, you don't discriminate against Satan?
I don't discriminate.
None of y'all niggas and Drake, nigga. Hey, hold on, be quiet while I'm talking, baby. Drake, I love you. I'm gonna get the tattoo. But any of y'all niggas, Trav, Drake, whoever, y'all gotta show up. And don't tell me I'm talking crazy. Y'all niggas, I motherfucking Pharrell and me. Hey, come on. Me, Pharrell, we broke down this door. We all in this shit together. We all in this shit together. And we all dealing with a lot of... We all... And what I'm telling you, a lot of people had shit to say about...
P. Diddy's family reality TV show gets canceled on Hulu. Hulu like, Diddy, you hot right now. You know what I'm saying? We can't bang with you. So I'm like, damn, you know, I feel bad for his kids more than him per se, just because they really don't have nothing to do with the situation that's going on and all that. And this was they little...
You're not supposed to consume meat. It don't matter what you say. I'm telling you right now, I have the information. We are under the Canaanites. The Canaanites are cannibalists. That's why they genetically modified buffalo to freaking cows. That's why cows have human instincts. That's why cows are so tamed. They share 80% of our DNA. You're eating another human. You are a cannibal. It don't matter what our digestive systems are. We are meant to eat the conscious fruit that falls off the tree and rots. It's not rocket surgery. You really think that you're here and there's a circle of life, you doofus, that you have to kill something and consume it? Well, the Eskimos did this, the people did this, the cavemen did not exist. There's electric vehicles back in the early 1900s, 1901, 1902. You have no idea how many times they've reset this. They have created a complete fallacy of what our reality is and how things are, and they are laughing their asses off. Whenever you're celebrating a holiday, you're celebrating a sin. Thanksgiving is gluttony. Christmas is greed. You can flip it and be like, well, Christmas to me is about giving. Every day of your life should be about giving. You're not supposed to consume meat.
Before you let anything else piss you off, I want you to consider, is it worth feeling like shit for the rest of your day? You might not think about it too much when you wanna, you know what I'm saying? Right there in the moment, but you gonna actually have to pay for that shit. Everything that you put out, I hope you willing to get that same energy back. Because put the good out, you get the good back. You put the bad out, you get the bad back. It don't matter if it's just a feeling, if it's a negative thought, if it's a wishful thinking. Everything that you think, baby, be prepared to receive that same energy back. Don't be sitting up looking like, why y'all being weird to me? When you go have a conversation with a new person, but you bringing the same baggage. Don't be sitting up wondering why you being weird to me. The world is your mirror, and as the ancestors used to say, each one teaches one. Today's affirmation is, I will be present and mindful of my attitude. I think you need to hear that. The whole purpose of anger is to teach you how to be patient about what upsets you. It's to teach you how to be patient, because to be present, it takes patience. To really allow yourself to be in the current moment and think about what is wrong. Why do you feel the way that you feel? And how can you make yourself feel better instead of reacting? You already know it. Before you let anything...
Most people can't grasp that we are all God. Even so-called spiritual gurus insist that we're all separate spirits doing different things, going different places, when the truth is that there is only one universal spirit that exists in everything. One universal spirit vicariously living through all of its creation. It's not rocket science. We're simply God having a human experience. Most people can't grasp that.
Well, today... I gotta go. Alright, No, Mom, it wasn't the actual devil. No, they were just dressed as the devil, Mom. I have to go. Yeah, you did warn me about Hollywood. Yes, you did, Mom. Yeah, you did. I will. Thank you. She said she'll be praying for all of us. Thank you. Alright.
In the world, cool opinion, I made more money to show you that money ain't nothing.
What is that?
Massive
trigger warning, there is a 99% chance that you will cry at this video of disabled dogs being taken to the beach for Christmas. So this account called My Disabled Hairy Friends on Instagram took the dogs that they were sheltering, left their wheelchairs back at the shelter, and took them to the beach. And these dogs running around the beach with just their front paws is one of the sweetest and saddest things I've ever seen. The video that they posted of the dogs going to the beach almost has 1 million likes on Instagram.
That's tough.
What if I told you that when we used to not wear shoes and we stayed connected to the earth, that our feet would look like this? And shoes are damaging our feet. That is way too narrow, and it's pushing all of our toes together and messing up our electrical receptors that connect with the resonance of planet Earth. That society, our governments, have made us wear shoes. No shoes, no shirt, no service. So they're disconnecting us. They put rubber in between our feet and the earth in order to keep us sick, to stop us from receiving the benefits of the earth. They call it the heel of your foot because when it is barefoot, it will heal you. It stops inflammation in the body, and science proves this. Also, on top of all of that, it has all sorts of different benefits that are proven through science. Why would we run a society based off saying shoes protect your feet when they are disconnecting you from all of the healing qualities that the planet has? We are electrical beings that are in a light matrix simulation experienced by our 5 senses. This is... What if...
My name is Montague William III, and what I will tell you may well sound absurd, but the less who believe it, the better for me. For you see, I'm in banking and big industry. For many a year we have controlled your lives, while you all just struggle and suffer in strife. We created the things that you don't really need, your sports cars and fashions and plasma TVs. I remember it clearly how all this began. Family secrets from father to son. Inherited knowledge that gives me the edge, while you peasant people lie sleeping at night in your beds. We control the money that controls your lives, whilst you worship false idols and wouldn't think twice about selling your souls for a place in the sun. These things that won't matter when your time is done. But as long as they're there to control the masses, I just sit back and consider my assets.
Your lowest chakra is your root chakra, which is located at your tailbone. That's your lowest chakra, located at your tailbone, your root chakra. Okay, then you have to, after unlocking your root chakra, the next one up is your sacral chakra, which deals with pleasure, and that chakra is located like penis, where your penis and your vagina is at. Then you have to go up to the next chakra, which is the solar plexus, and that one is located where your navel is at. Have to unlock that one. Then you rise up to the heart chakra, which is right a little below where your heart is actually at. Then you have the throat chakra, which deals with communication. You have to unlock that chakra through being honest with yourself before you can even be honest with the world or others. All right, and then once you unlock that chakra, the next chakra up is the pineal gland. All right, you unlock that chakra. All right, the last chakra to unlock, peace to the God could hear. The last chakra to unlock is the crown chakra, but before it, which deals with the spirit, which deals with spirituality. And that chakra is the door that allows you into other higher dimensions. Okay, so you can't go to other dimensions without opening your crown chakra. But you won't even be aware of the crown chakra without opening your pineal gland. See, this is the chakra, that's why it's called the all-seeing eye, because it gives you all-seeing awareness. He who aware is alive. To be aware is to be alive. All right, so that's what you're doing when you open this eye. Your lowest chakra is your root chakra, which is located at your tailbone.
7 things your nails can tell you about your health. Number 1, yellow nails can be caused by fungal infections or nicotine from smoking. Nail biting may also lead to yellow discoloration due to bacteria and keratin debris. Number 2, white spots, usually a result of damage to the nail. They can also indicate nutrient deficiencies, chemical exposure, bacterial infections, or number 3, underlying health issues like diabetes or kidney disease. Dry skin and nail psoriasis are other possible causes. Number 4, cracked or brittle nails. Common in older adults due to reduced keratin production. Can also be caused by trauma or certain medications, including those for psoriasis and antifungals. Number 5, discolored nails. Splinter hemorrhages can cause blue or purple discoloration due to injury. However, discolored nail lines, especially dark streaks, could indicate melanoma, a type of skin cancer. Number 6, pitted nails. Small indentations on nails, often associated with psoriasis, eczema, or other skin conditions. Overuse of nail polish remover can also cause pitting. Number 7, ridged nails. May be a sign of damaged cuticles, skin infection, vitamin deficiencies, or autoimmune diseases. Repeated 7 things you...
Veganism Rearranged is saving me because consuming electrical foods feeds your spirit, which is your spiraling electromagnetic field, because you're a biological battery, hence why you get charged in a court. Every cell in your body every 90 days transforms into the foods that you've been eating. Consumption of rotten flesh has no electromagnetism behind it. The fruit is electric and full of light. Lions' intestines are shorter. Our teeth are not made to rip open flesh. Meat-eating animals only live up to 15 years. Vegan animals live up to 40 years. Why do you think the Bible talks about humans living over 500 years? All of the geniuses of the past were all vegan. Humans possess a trichromatic vision, which means we are pretty much attracted to seek colors naturally, because our brains are wired to seek colorful food. Each animal and every being has specific qualities in its DNA. For example, bears are ferocious and strong. Camels have the ability to walk thousands of miles, and cats are majestic and sneaky. When you eat these animals, you are eating the virtues of that animal. You literally are what you eat. Meat is flesh, cheese is rotten milk, and eggs are fetuses. These terms have been created to conceal the true nature of what you are actually consuming. The milk that the cow produces is for the newborn to grow up and become a strong cow. You are not a cow. The link is in my bio for the Book of Wisdom.
The fourth law of the 12 universal laws explained, and how you can apply it, the law of correspondence. By the end of this video, you will understand the harmonious, interconnected relationship between the physical world and the spiritual world. This law is often summarized as above, so below, as within, so without, which suggests that the universe acts as a kind of mirror, reflecting your internal state, your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, back to you in the form of external circumstances. By changing one's thoughts or feelings, one can also change the circumstances of their life. This principle is found in various spiritual and philosophical traditions, including Hermeticism. The law of correspondence allows us to understand that to change our physical world, we must work on our inner world. One thing you must understand is that nothing will happen with only wishful thinking. You must combine the laws in order to bring your desires into reality. It's all about reprogramming your mindset, attitude, and beliefs. The focus of your mind determines the outcome you will get. If you focus on negativity, your reality will reflect that. To master this important law, you must be aware of your thoughts and consciously guide yourself to focus only on the good things. Transform negativity into positivity, and you'll align yourself with the goals you desire.
Crazy things caught on camera. Someone was reviewing their security cam footage when they saw a man working on a car, but then randomly comes into the alley to trip this man, and it didn't seem right. So they rewound the footage, and they found this random creepy dude in a white shirt up here coming after this kid with the backpack on who just got out of school, and he's coming after his cell phone in his hand. You can see he's pushing him up against the car, trying to rip this cell phone out of this kid's hand, when this 72-year-old man who was just working on his car saw this happening, gets out from behind the car, And he immediately goes into the alley right here, and he's going to trip this guy that just stole this kid's cell phone, tackle him down to the ground, and he's going to rip the cell phone out of this guy's hand so that he can get it back to the child. Props to this man for saving this person's phone and for protecting this kid. Crazy things
Someone just snuck into Bohemian Grove, recorded it, and posted it on YouTube, and it wasn't Alex Jones. The site was completely empty. There wasn't any secret meetings or rituals going on, but he did get a good video of the big owl inside of it and what goes on around it. And if you saw my 3-part series about Bohemian Grove, you know that this is a pretty big deal because of the stuff that goes on in it and the people that attend these meetings.
No way.
Where is he at, man?
Yeah, that's the owl. A bunch of ferns have grown on it. Oh, no way. You can go like behind the owl. They got some outlets.
Someone just...
Here's the creepiest video.
Oh my God! You're right! Oh my God, you saved my life! You saved my life! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Oh my God! Oh my God! You're right! Oh my God, you saved my life! You saved my life! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you!
Man, this was a 9/11, right? So with the 9/11 survivor thanking a shop owner for saving her life after the Twin Towers collapsed. Wow.
Planes are freezing in the sky.
Have you guys ever heard the story of the Candyman? You're gonna want to listen to this.
I was thrown into a beehive for loving a white woman. Hello, my name is Daniel Robitaille, but I'm best known as the Candyman, and my story starts in the 1800s in New Orleans, Louisiana. Other than drawing amazing paintings, I used to work at a plantation in New Orleans. The owner of the plantation knew I was a talented painter, so he asked me to draw a portrait of his daughter. I immediately fell in love with her, and we both shared the same affection for each other. However, one day her father found out, and was enraged by this. He gathered a group armed with pitchforks, along with a pack of dogs, and chased me out of town. I was soon caught close to an old barn. There, the owner took my hand and cut it off. The group later covered me with honey and threw me into a beehive. The injuries and terrible suffering from this ended my life. I cursed the men who killed me and promised to come back and haunt anyone who calls my name, the Candyman, 5 times.
That story was extremely deep, and I never knew that. The only thing that I've ever heard about the Candyman was that it was a scary thing, and if you called his name, that he's gonna come get you. And this goes even deeper to show that all of our history is a lie. So, what about sayings like Bloody Mary? You ever heard about the ice cream song? What it really is? It's really about the watermelon. It's really about melanated people being attracted to watermelon. Or Ring Around the Rosy, Pocket Full of... Do we really know what those things really mean? Could we really be cursing ourselves when we chant these things? Could those chants be an attack on our ancestors and they just created it out of fun? Just to mock us. Do you understand what I'm saying, y'all? Because again, where did those sayings come from and who made it up? And this is why it's very important to learn new information and to become very open-minded. Just like closed mouths don't get fed, closed minds don't get experiences, because you create your world through experiences, and that is through your mind. you literally shut yourself off from beautiful, magical experiences. And now we know what the Candyman really is. And I feel like chanting some candy right about now, y'all. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Did you know this about the Candyman?
So this tip will make you very successful on your journey. You want to learn on how to set intentions for everything that you do. What this does is it puts a microscope glass on what you really desire. When you set that intention, you are clearing away all confusion and obstacles. Setting intentions is going to give you a laser attention span until your desire is completed. I've seen people's manifestation speed up by 40% because setting intentions, it recalls back your energy. It recalls back your power. Just like a flame holds the intention until it burns out, your mind will hold that intention until it's completed. So this tip will make you very successful on.
This guy pours hot molten copper at 1,984 degrees Fahrenheit over a McDonald's sandwich. At that temperature, the copper should slice right through the sandwich, like a hot knife through butter. But as you see, the bread doesn't disintegrate, the meat turns to rubber, and even the pickles and lettuce are left untouched. No wonder your stomach can't digest fast food. The food is engineered not to be digested, which causes it to sit in your intestine, which makes you gain weight and leads to diabetes and other gut-based abnormalities, leading to more disease. If you love yourself, if you love your children, stop feeding them this poison. If this is not reason enough to stop giving your kids McDonald's, then think of the disease that will come from fake foods, like diabetes, cancer, obesity, and many more.
The UK Metro Bank is down, leaving thousands of customers without access to their accounts online service, and their mobile apps is not working. This sounds like the same thing that just now happened in Ukraine. Everybody having a blackout. So the UK was hit by a cyber attack, and they lost all access to their accounts, internet, and all that shit once again. It just happened in Ukraine. Right now, you looking at a blackout in process with all systems down. Y'all know that I just spoke on Ukraine going through this same thing. All their communications and all that other shit is out. They go a closer picture of it right there. The shit growing rapidly. A lot of people's services and communications and banking systems and all that shit going down. What do that lead to? Digital banking system. With everything that's going on with, we just now got approved for a $1,400 stimulus check and all this. You gotta get yourself registered and all that other shit. Yeah, you get yourself registered and set up for this new government and this new motherfucking banking system of the digital currency. It's gonna be a lot of people who don't agree and who don't want to accept the concept and the assets of the new world order. That's when we are gonna go into civil war. A lot of people gonna turn against a lot of people. A lot of Republicans and Democrats and all that gonna turn against each other. We already got a new government. You ain't see the last post? But hey, but y'all tell me what y'all think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more content. The UK Metro Bank is down.
Peace and divine love to all the guys and goddesses, all the high vibration, beautiful souls and spirits. So today we'll be talking about the Bermuda Triangle. Let's dive in. Now understand something. If you know me, you know I don't reply back to comments like this, especially ones that just be looking for attention. So together as a class, let's all read this comment together. It said, bruh, Earth, eyes flat. OS, Earth, eyes flat. You don't trust government, but you trust NASA. Who the fuck said I trust NASA? And understand something, NASA just don't lie about everything. They got to give you both the truth and the lie. Then it goes to say, wake up all the way, if that fucking makes sense. Then this person, male or female, goes to say, space is fake. That part right there made me reply back to the comment, man. You might be trolling, cause I know you just not this slow. Understand something, when you look up at the sky, that's fucking space, dude. When you are riding on an airplane, flying through the fucking sky, traveling from one place to another, you is traveling through space. Underwater is space. Other realms and dimensions is space. When you think about space, your ass just think about meteors flying around in slow motion and shit. UFOs dodging the meteors as they traveling through space. You could look to your right, see the moon, and look to your left and see Jupiter or some bullshit. I don't know what the fuck you thinking. Then he say outer lands. What is the name of the outer lands you speak of? I'm sure you don't know the name. So these outer lands you speak of is called realms. Which other realms can be labeled and seen as outer space too? Hold up, man, I'm just getting started. Then they continue with tighten up wakey wakey. And I could clearly see that I'm not the person that need to be waking the fuck up. Hold up. So in the last video, the Bermuda Triangle Part 2, I was talking about how that portal can take people to other realms. Or like this person in the comments said, outer lands. Here's the definition of a realm. At the bottom, a primary biogeographical division of the Earth's surface. Ain't that what Antarctica is doing? Hold up. Let's speak on dimensions real quick, just real fast, man. Because I'm pretty sure this person don't even know what the fuck a dimension is. So right now, you was living in the 3rd dimension. But we traveling to the 5th dimension. So that means we gotta go through the 4th dimension to get to the 5th dimension. This is happening right now with the planet without you being able to see. The 4th dimension is known as Dream World. This is where you go when you have dreams, when you lay down and get rest at night. The rest of the dimensions is explained right here on the side of the picture. And right there at the top, they got the 12th dimension, the absolute truth. This is a stage that most Egyptian pharaohs had reached. That's why they walked around with that cobra and shit on their pineal gland, to represent that. And guess where these dimensions is at? Right here, on Earth, stacked on top of each other, man. Let those with a clear vision see. I ain't replying back to no more trolling, bro. The library is free, man. If you ain't see part 1 and 2, go watch that too, man. I love, value, appreciate, and adore every single last one of y'all. Ground, sun gates, detox, meditating, fast. I see everything. Peace, family. Peace and divine love to all the guys and goddesses. All the
That was good right there, man. Good examples. The dimensions. I feel like the dimensions things is all in the mind. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's more spiritual than physical. For sure.
7 can be a very a number of misery if you don't know how to direct the 7 to its highest level, because it is a number of law of attraction, but the law of attraction can go both ways. You could attract the law of negative attraction. You could have positive attraction with the 7, because 7 is the what we call the deep seeking number. It's the seeker number. It's the spiritual seeking, the mindful philosopher. But if the person carrying the number 7 don't use it appropriately, it can be very detrimental to that person, to a point that is called that it can lead to mental problems. My grandmother, who was born on the 7th, had to be checked into a mental facility after I studied her numbers. And friends of mine that are born under the number 7 check themselves into mental facilities, because sometimes people born on the 7 holds on to things a little bit deeper.
Don't click the...
If the liver is not good.
Y'all want to see the craziest glitch in the Matrix? Watch this. The water literally freezes up, y'all. This is Miami, Florida. Watch. Look at that. Look at that. The water literally freezes up, y'all. Here, I zoomed in a little closer for you guys, but watch the water. When he zooms in the middle, the water literally is frozen. Look at this. It's not moving. Do you see that? What do you guys think of this video over here, y'all? This is the clearest indication of a Matrix glitch I've ever seen, y'all. Let me know. Wow. Let me know what you guys think, y'all. Interesting. You know.
Peace, fam. This is a solid mind exercise to become more aware of your main thoughts and vibrations. You need a pen, pencil, a piece of paper, or a journal. Time and peace and quiet to let your thoughts flow for the next 30 minutes. Why? It's about breaking free from the usual thought sequences. Our minds usually play thoughts like a playlist. One thought leading to the next thought. But with this free writing, it's like having a bird's eye view, like watching a movie of our thoughts from a distance. When you're jotting down your thoughts in first person mode, later on when you read it back, You're in third person. I've seen the big picture, getting close to the real deal, with no judgment, letting your thoughts feel. I say, man, like, follow, and share for more.
How many of y'all got a journal? Like, y'all really, like, journaling your thoughts? Are y'all doing that? You know, you could be manifesting the life that you want by writing it down in your journal. Get you a journal if you don't have one, man. Get you one. For real. It's definitely important.
Let's get ready. Let's get ready. This look like this is the one. This look like this is the one. Another thing, all you creators out here, stop trying to do what I'm doing, because y'all can't do it. Y'all can't do it. I'm the best at this. Look how they showing you how we are in the beginning and in the end. Remember, man is different from mankind. Man is the original, mankind is a hybrid. That part. That part. This is what I do. I break these movies down, these TV shows, these animes, these books, scriptures. Follow me for more. I'm the best at this.
Coming soon.
It's true, you can't save everybody. One meaning behind a movie, leave the world behind. You're gonna have to leave these motherfuckers behind who's not listening and paying attention and actually thinking that these peoples are crazy, who been trying to tell and put them on game about a lot of shit. When have you ever seen a president produce a motherfucking movie? Like, the shit is right in people's faces. See, you got leave the world behind because it's finna be a civil war. Now that's the next movie that's come out, and it's the back end, basically the beginning of the end of the movie, leave the world behind. And what people are not getting it and understanding that it's all messages just as far as the movie Clone Tyrone. Before the Clone Tyrone movie, we all seen that there was something going on with Jamie Foxx. After that movie had came out, Jamie Foxx was never the fucking same anymore. We really don't hear about him. He don't look the same. He don't act the same. He's not the same skin tone. So we know that it's messages and clues inside of these motherfucking movies that people ain't actually getting into. After that movie, Clone Tyrone, everybody got to get into them. Where's these buildings? Where's these places they cloning people? And motherfuckers actually figured out and tapped in and dug into the rabbit hole to see that motherfuckers been getting cloned a long ass time ago, and they keep on coming out with these motherfucking facts about all this shit. It's gonna be these same motherfuckers who at your doorstep asking for help because they don't know what the fuck to do, and you're gonna be the same motherfucker who boot their ass up out the way, just like in the movie. A lot of people are really scared of the truth. The truth is a hard pill to motherfucking swallow. All these motherfuckers been taking pills all their motherfucking life, knowing that the pharmaceutical pills and nothing like that were never actually real. It's actually to break down your body and fuck you up to die.
One of them is speaking about the creator of the universe, which is real. I acknowledge that. Matter of fact, so did the Anunnaki. They claimed to know that they were going to get in trouble for what they did on this planet by the creator of all, which tells you that they knew they weren't the creator of all, that there was somebody even above them. An entity, an energy, a life force of something above them that had a say-so, and they would have to find judgment one day. So they knew they weren't God, even though they masqueraded as God. They became the gods of the Torah and the Talmud and the Bible and the Quran and all these texts. The Elohim, which means plural, gods with an S. I believe that God actually exists.
The thing.
This old cellar door has never been opened before until today. It was hidden behind a secret room for 120 years.
This chilling video comes from Dancer1 on YouTube, and he wanted to capture a glimpse of Moloch the Owl God and Bohemian Shrove, which come to
disturbing footages the government doesn't want you to see. This video captures the last known sighting of Malaysia Airline 370, right before it disappeared. If you look closely, you can see 3 spinning orbs flying around the plane, seconds before it disappears into thin air. Here is a side-by-side with the thermal version. Some say the plane flew into a portal. What are your thoughts?
She said that a skinwalker pretended to be her dog. This lady's on live with like 500 people, and she's saying, "This is not my dog, this is not my dog, and I'll prove it." She's like, "Okay, dog, sit." The dog sits,
Turn
right?
around.
Yeah. And she's like, "Okay."
Imagine that this folder is a dimensional plane. Now, assuming that it is no height and no depth, what would this mean? It would mean that it's a one-dimensional world. So if, hypothetically, an organism was living inside of it, it would only be able to move in a linear path forward and backwards in a straight line. Now, if we go to the second dimension, we have two dimensions. We have width and we have length. So hypothetically, if an organism lived inside of here, then it would be able to move up, down, left, right, and anywhere else in between. And a two-dimensional world is comprised of an infinite series of one-dimensional worlds stacked upon each other. Just as our three-dimensional world, which has depth and length and height, is comprised of an infinite series of two-dimensional worlds. So now that I have stacked many folders upon each other, we have three dimensions. We have depth, we have length, and we have width. Imagine that this folder is a dimensional plane. Now, assuming that it is
A lot of people are speculating about what this X symbol actually means for Elon Musk. Now, one major thing that stands out, when you mirror this symbol, it forms a Freemasonic symbol. You're probably wondering, what does Freemasonry have to do with the letter X or the symbol X? So if you look at the part that I have highlighted, you'll see that Freemasonry early on latched onto the letter X exactly because of the paranormal significance as a sign of Lucifer. So the Freemasons use the letter X in ritual ceremonies. And with that, they will encounter raw spiritual energy. And Tesnar, who's a 33rd degree masonry, says we begin to glimpse the spiritual power which is available to the person who is able to access it. So you put all this together and you know that Freemasons represent duality. You see the black and white with the X symbol that Elon has. And SpaceX, the Model X is his vehicle. He named his kid X. And we all know that Elon calls it the Everything app. So that goes hand in hand with duality. Duality is everything, good and bad, positive and negative, happy and sad. We all know how the Freemason checkerboard represents duality, the black and white. We see that the X symbol is black and white. Another nod to Baphomet, goat head that Elon wore on his costume. So all this stuff goes hand in hand. The symbol X is much deeper than we think.
Chadwick Boseman knew his time was coming soon. He was an initiated member of the occult, the secret society that runs Hollywood, world government, and all media and entertainment that the masses consume as gospel. During his lifetime, he was complicit in ritual sacrifice, black magic, and the lifestyle of the rich and famous within this occult. The pose of the Black Panther that he helped make a cultural phenomenon is actually a symbol of the Osiris Risen pose, introduced by the forefather of this secret religion, Aleister Crowley. The pose represents their allegiance to the Egyptian god of resurrection, Osiris. These people worship the gods and goddesses that have been worshipped since the beginning of time, across all cultures and empires, like Babylon, Rome, Egypt, and now America. There is nothing new under the sun. Chadwick Boseman knew his time was.
What's up, y'all? I know y'all seen this logo right here from the new Twitter X logo, you feel what I'm saying? I'm finna break down the downloads that I received from looking at this logo. Alright, so one of the blatant ones I seen from looking at this logo is basically duality crossing, you feel what I'm saying? I can see this one as being a masculine line, you feel what I'm saying? And this one being a feminine line. And it's a black line, it's a white line and a black line. But this black line is created by surrounding it with a white box, you feel what I'm saying? Which shows you duality, because if this white box wasn't around this black line, this black line would not exist, you feel what I'm saying? You would not be able to see this black line, and it'd just be like a white line going this way, you feel me? So the first thing I see with that is duality. That basically balance. I see balance, and things are coming at a crossroads, things are coming at a balance, you feel what I'm saying? Two polarities are crossing each other, you feel what I'm saying? They're coming at an equilibrium point in the middle. Another way I see is if you took it and look at it as an X, the letter X. For one, it's the 24th letter in the alphabet, next year 2024. But for two, this can represent basically, okay, two different timelines. You feel what I'm saying? This is the timeline and this is the timeline. And currently, I feel like this is a indication, you feel what I'm saying? You know how they always put everything through symbolism and you feel, and don't tell you what it means. I feel like this is an indication that we are at this point right here. So we could have been going across this timeline, but now we at this point where we're able to shift timelines, you feel what I'm saying? Shift to the timeline that we want to manifest. So example, let me just give y'all a visual example so y'all can understand it. And let's say you going on this timeline, this is your current life, and you're like, whoop, 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 whoop. Now you're here, you feel what I'm saying? Now you have the ability to shift timelines, so you can go from going on this timeline and switch timelines and end up going on this timeline, you feel what I'm saying? Timeline could have led to you living the same life that you living and then keep going, and then it may get better, may get worse. This timeline could switch over. You could switch timelines and go into the timeline that you want to experience, where you have the most money, you have the most love, you have the biggest family, you feel what I'm saying, everything you want, you feel what I'm saying? This is an opportunity to align yourself with the timeline that you want to experience. That's what I'm seeing, you feel what I'm saying? Also, another thing I see is X marks the spot, which means that we are at a spot, you feel what I'm saying, a particular place, particular point. Also, another symbolism I see is Christ, you feel what I'm saying? You know how they say Xmas, like Christmas, Xmas, Christ, you feel what I'm saying? Time for Christ consciousness and that, you feel what I'm saying? I can also see it as crossing out things that are no longer serving you, you feel what I'm saying? Also, the main thing that I know is this does for sure symbolize planet X. You know what I'm saying? And it symbolizes, hold on, y'all can't even see it. It symbolizes this phenomenon right here. If you know, you know. And matter of fact, another download just like that. I ain't even trying to do that, but look, another download. This is a DNA symbol, and it looks like a fucking X. Bro, y'all can't, come on, man. I'm telling y'all, look, man. Just stay prepared, man. Y'all know what's going on. Whoop, nip. Y'all know what's going on. Boop, boop, boop. I love y'all. She got my.
Let's talk about signs and symbols. All right. So I have 3 or 4 major symbols here. I just wanted to show you.
All right, y'all. We have made it to the end. We're gonna go on and stop right there. Sat here for almost 3 hours worth of TikToks, creepy TikToks, weird, strange, whatever you want to call it, man. We did that 3 hours. All right. Send peace, abundance, prosperity, good health your way. All right, make sure you get you a fruit in today and get you some good rest. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end it off from there. See you guys in the next one. Peace.